Hey, chat window, where'd you go, man? Okay, so it's not fun. All right. Hey, what's up? It's Coffee with Soul. Yeah, do. So why, so why is the chat not working? Says connecting. This says it's connected. That says it's not connected. Why is it not connected? What gets that's what's gonna happen. YouTube's not running at the moment. I could have swore I just checked that a second ago too. Okay, on my thingamajigger, come on, run. And okay, it doesn't display anything. What? Wait, why? Why is all the chaos happening? It's my birthday stream. Why? Okay, so that says it's working. Hold up. Oh no! Wait, there it is. Okay, so okay, it is working. Yay. But the chat, I gotta get the chat working. Yo, that needs to work. I want that to work. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. I can't see chat. Like, you know, I can't see you guys talking and everything, but the overlay is not working, and that makes me sad. So let me say hi to people real quick. What's up to Ravens? You're the first person to say hi. Hey. What's up to Savitar and Talani? What's up to Mashutski and Jolly Goodfella and Darth Tazo? What's up to Hazelnut and Cenobite? Hello to Sonata. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. What's up to Tieli and Malvenu and Roxana, to Susan Groves? What's up to Ray and Anifrel, to Memura? Hi to Puddle Jumper and Valeri and Dragonfire and Didabob. Also, what is up to, because I missed it, Onspiv? Onspiv? What is up to Falcor again? Hey, what's up? What's up to Arcadios? To Tacos and Cacker? What's up to Liskith? To Telesandra? Thank you to Valeri for the Prime sub, much appreciated. Also, thank you again, Sonata, for the bits. I don't think I thanked Max the Prophets or Indelible Makes, or to Adamara from for yesterday. That was from yesterday's stream. Okay, I gotta fix this chat. I need to figure out why this doesn't want to work. Okay, so OBS Studio. It says it's connected. Huh. But it says here it's not connected. So what did I do? All right. So we're going to... Okay, maybe the thing that this is connected to ain't working. So StreamerBot. Okay, so let me change this. I just need to figure out how. What are the? You know how like here's like kind of the thing with putting together like this production stuff, content creator things. When it works, you're just like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna touch it, right? And you leave it alone, and then you forget about it for like 2 years, and then when it stops working again, then it's like, uh-oh, what do I do? How does this work again? No. And I know that this app was updated, so I have no idea like how to like work any of this shit. Crap. Okay, so I'm just trying to look for the thing that lets me display that stuff. So does it have a refresh button? Let me try that. I should be able to refresh that. Add source, preview thing. Can I just do Control R? No, I think Control R will screw it up like crazy. What if I just delete it and like, can I just make it go away? No, no, no. That just changes visibility. I want to actually hit a, okay, refresh cache of current page. I think I saw it flicker for like a second. That didn't do it. Let's try another thing. Copy order transform, transitions. Actually, let me, okay, here's what I can try to do. I will copy the URL and I'll just paste it in my browser so I can just see on another source. How does it look? Maybe that'll work. No, it still says connecting. Oh, no, that's, okay, that didn't work. So I'm back to this. I need to like, I don't know, disconnect it somehow. I don't know how to do it. Can I do like a force it to reconnect? Okay, add, edit, delete, force. Update all actions? No. Oh, disconnect. Okay, so disconnect. All right. And then connect. Still says connecting. Oh, no. That's tragic. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? Thank you, by the way, for the birthday wishes. Much, much, much appreciated. I love you guys. It's great turning 30 again. Oh boy, I'm gonna be 30 forever, just like all you guys. Let's see. How? I don't want to do something like restart. You know, if I'm gonna restart the stream, now's the time to do it. You know, before I actually start doing stuff. Cause oh man, I want chat is like part of the show. You know. Let me try closing the client. I think I tried that already once. That didn't work, but I'm just going to try closing it anyway. Let's see what happens. All right, so... Oh, wait, no, it's over here. Streamer stuff. Thanks to Roxana. Thank you very much. Thanks to Tieli for the Prime. Appreciate it, folks. I'm being extra shameless, by the way. I even have like a whole tip thing down there for like birthday treats. And Tia was like, yo, you should put in a thing. And then that way you can buy yourself some extra ice cream. I was like, oh, extra ice cream. Like, nah, well, yeah, okay, I'll put it up, but I'm not going to like emphasize it that much. So there's that one time. There's the one time. Okay, that's madness. It says it's connected, and then the thing up there says it's like so. Okay, so I need to find somewhere here is like, okay, integrations. No, not that. Oh, so not, dude, Sonata, you're being super gangster. How many things have you gifted lately? Like hella, dude. Thank you so much, man. Oh, log in. Connect your stream. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let me figure out what that is. Log in. Sign in with your provider below. Is this what? Okay, I don't think I've ever done that, so never mind. I'm not going to do that. But I'm looking for the damn URL thing. I don't even know where that is, man. Okay, so here's me opening chat again. Now it's like nice and fresh. May your next trip around the sun be filled with joy and love. Oh, what's up, Kaisha? Okay, so events filter settings. I just want the thing where where's like the overlay? Oh, there it is. I think I see it. Overlay. Chat overlay is experiment. Oh, that's not even the same thing. Okay, so I still got 14 minutes to like fix this. One thing about watching streams, if the camera angle is not what I like, I tend to try and change it and then realize, nope, not my screen. Okay, I'm gonna... Here, let me head over to some place that's like slightly entertaining. Just slightly. Okay. I'm not seeing anything helpful. No, I do that. No, a lot of people, I hear people do that too. Especially if I'm like looking at like, so if my angle is in a weird spot, and then people will like want to click and move, or if they're watching videos and stuff. All right, so I'll show you the current state of like this room. I did like little things here, and then like I'm experimenting with like some other stuff. So. Cool. All right, let's. Okay, this platform's like pissing me off because it's not even showing me an easy way to like find the URL overlay thing. Because for all I know, it changed, and that's not showing up correctly. So. Yeah, because wrong thing. Because the program itself, it sees everyone. You know, it's just that that's not showing up right. So that's the only thing that's really like wrong at the moment. So I just want to find out how to pull up the overlay. So now I wonder, now I'm thinking like this thing, it might be a different tool. I'm trying to remember what I did. This was like many moons ago. Valeri, thank you so much. Big 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very, very much. So, okay, let's experiment here. Settings and overlay. Yeah, okay, it's not letting me do the highlight. There we go. Overlay. Okay, save and copy overlay URL. Okay. So the URL or the thing has been copied to my clipboard. Okay. So maybe I found it. Maybe I found it. Oh, this is a totally different thing. Holy crap. Okay, so hold on. Is this going to show up correctly? I don't know. Hey, chat, just say something real quick. Because it's just blank. It's not, no. This is terrible. Okay, so I guess, okay, widgets nutty. Yeah, this is a third-party thing that I've been using the whole time. Damn. Okay. So let's try adding a new thing. Okay. So it's going to be, shoot, where is it? Application, no, browser. I'll call it WTF chat. That's not it. Okay, so okay, that's nothing. There's like nothing there. So that didn't work. Gosh. Thank you for the birthday wishes, by the way. Appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, that added nothing. Chat thing. Save and copy overlay URL. Yeah, I don't get it. It just doesn't want to show. You know, we're not going to restart the stream. It sucks, but I'm just not going to have the chat visible, which stinks. I feel bad. Copy Twitch feed URL, copy YouTube feed. Okay, so there's an individual one? Okay, so let's try that and then see what this happens to look like. Which looks like the same thing. Oh, okay, so there's Twitch chat. But it's not showing YouTube chat. I want to show the combined chat. Okay. So I can do something, okay, I can do something stupid, like, I could have that, and then I'll have, like, the YouTube chat as well, which would be really dumb looking. I wouldn't be happy about that. Okay, so... Oh, here's the widgets thing. Oh, I think I found my shit. Okay, so... okay, so it's the third-party tool that's messing up right now. Okay. But I did find it. Hey. Okay, yeah, it's a special like tool that I'm using that's not working right. Okay, though. Let's see. How can I do this now? Yeah, I think I'm kind of screwed for today, which is poopy. Boo. Oh well. But I can see you guys. It's not like I can't read chat. It's just, yeah, kind of late. All right. Thanks once again for the birthday wishes for folks who are subscribing and all that stuff. Hey, it's Coffee with Soul, do. So let's go. People often like being screwed on their birthday, too. They like it, huh? They like it? Okay. All right, so... the thing that I was mostly doing. So I did the pillar work. So I'm happy with that. I just need to figure out like what kind of roof I want to do up there. And then I'll have like this glorious climb. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. I need to do something about the trim though. This trim sucks. So I might have to like redo this whole circle thing or rethink the idea because that's just like jank. I tried making this smaller. That didn't quite work. So I'll need to play with the circle. But I am kind of happy with this sort of like climb though, that fake climb where I wanted to have like this whole like sort of like, you know, up there is going to be like, I don't know, like the god of WoW, something like that, or maybe I'll have like that giant troll face or something like that up top there. But yeah, I wanted something like looking down at little old me. Covered up these things. It looks okay so far. I'm not sure how that's gonna look once I dye the stuff, but you know, I'm liking it so far. Have you read? Oh no, it's all good. I am looking forward to next week's visits. We need a proper do. All right. Let's see. All right. So today should be fun. We got 5 more folks to visit for the week. I went ahead, since the queue was full, I went ahead and started adding folks for next week's visits. We got 5 people from from EU who signed up, which is cool. Hopefully that will take us at least through lunch on Tuesday. And then afterwards, I'm just going to kind of open it up for folks on the EU to be like, yo, you want me to check out your place? Cool. Just send me a battle tag thingamajig, and then we'll get you squared away. I believe, I think group invites might work. It's kind of funny because the other week I was trying to group with someone and then I couldn't because I was on the trial account, but I do distinctly remember adding people to a party or joining a group, and so I can teleport to their house. So it's kind of weird. Oh well. Production slipping. Damn, that's shady. That's shady, dude. Like internally, I'm like screaming, but of course, right now I'm like, everything's fine. Yay! All right, so let's at least head over to the first place. Oh, this is gonna be a treat. This is Lalacraft's place. For those who don't know, Lalacrafts is a kind of a big timer in the housing community. They make some amazing stuff. We've seen some of their places before. They also took part in Mego's stream last week. I forget what she did. Was she the winner? Whatever. But yeah, amazing stuff. And I did get a glance at their place. It was like this whole like little tiny like black and white kind of thing, which still kind of like it still sticks to me. Like it was still quite memorable. Works in a raid group when I do housing tours. Yeah, it was weird. Like I distinctly remember, I think it was like this week or last week. I tried to take an invite from someone and then I couldn't because I was on the trial. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. But oh well, it didn't work. I just saw your in-house last week, but I do an EU trios that's being judged for a competition today. I'm waiting 3 more weeks to sign up that house. Well, good luck on the competition. I hope you win all the cool things. I think I do remember the build that you had. That was great. Which is gangster, dude. That tells me like you do that you do housing in both regions. That's next level like money. Damn, that's expensive. I bet. But that just goes to show, some people love this game. They'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna sport myself like all over. All right. Thank you for the visit yesterday. I wasn't able to be here. Yeah, that's the kind of sucky thing. Like, because of life and all that stuff, the visits happen on my schedule. The best I can do is kind of tell people, okay, here's the window on when it's going to happen. If you can show up, great. But of course, life and circumstances, that doesn't allow for everyone to always join for that sort of stuff. But at the very least, I hope that I can at least put on a good presentation and enjoy the build. All right, so la 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 la. So yeah, you got to buy the expansion as well. I mean, that's just the start though, because you also have to like do everything. Your achievements and all. None of that stuff follows, except for some shop purchases. That's about it. And even then, not all the shop purchases will follow you over. And Vader, has to shop your Endeavor vendor. Nice. Are we maxed out already too? We might be maxed out already. It's been a few days. Oh, we're like more than halfway through. Okay. Damn. My people are nuts. And I'm sure we're not even doing anything. Okay, some people are doing home stuff. Oh, they're doing a lot of home stuff. Okay, this person is just carrying the whole damn thing. They're insane. But the cool thing though is that if you're part of a guild and you do a lot of PvE stuff as a guild, then that's going to fill up your thingamajig like super quick. So I don't look forward to that. Yeah, me neither. That's too much. I barely have enough time to do it on my one account. Shoot. Yeah, so I think like the only thing I would really do is I would just, you know, okay, here's what I would do very shamelessly, right? I would set up an account on the EU. Well, okay, I would start paying for the account because I don't think I have Midnight on it, and then I would just pedal for gold. I'd be like, hey, EU folks, you want to hook me up? And then I would just put all my focus on neighborhood related stuff, and like that's it. So I'm not even gonna bother with trying to get like other decor or nothing like that. Yeah, I would just stick with neighborhood stuff. I would still have like my bum ass level too. I wouldn't even bother with that. All right. So I would shower you in gold. Oh, that's it's very intimate, dude. And crafted decor. Oh, that'd be awesome. Um, what? Okay, if I wanted decor as a birthday gift, which one would I want? I would want resplendent highborn statues. I need a lot of them. I think I bought five of them or something like that. I'm like, oh man, that's 100 grand. Crap. And I even shopped around. I tried to look around for on cheaper realms and stuff. But it was still like pretty expensive. So there are a lot of people in the EU watching your content. I appreciate that. I very, very much appreciate that. What we need though, we need folks to like sign up more though. It might be a time zone thing, right? Because it's 10 o'clock my time. It's going to be whatever o'clock, along their spread of the region. But we still definitely get a much larger representation of sign-ups from the US as opposed to the EU. But maybe US folks are just faster. They're pretty snappy about that. Anyway, let's get into the mindset of stuff. Visit time, visit time. Let's get over the whole chat error. I hope to have that fixed for the next stream because that was big doo doo and all that. Thanks to Susanna Groves for gifting. Thanks to a Ladder Insane for subscribing as well. I'm trying to do better about acknowledging folks between the visits and make sure like I'm acknowledging folks' generosity because you guys make this happen for me, and I appreciate that. You're making the dream job happen, and I've been wanting to do this for like ever. Recording and cool. All right, folks, this is Lalacraft's place. Rover Founders, and Lalacrafts is a very, how should I say this? A very decorated builder. They have entered numerous contests. They make some awesome stuff, and so now we have expectations. I was just kidding. Let's see what we got because we're in the spooky part of Founders, and what they did here is they just kind of kit bashed a whole house from segments, smaller segments, Gilnean walls. We have bar tables. We have lots of bar tables and lots of Gilnean walls actually. Got some fence work up there with the Lordaeron fences as the parapets. And note the color. Note how gloomy it looks. Like it totally hits the spooky vibe. There is no lighting. There's no pop. There are no green. Okay, there's some greens, but they're duskwood greens. So it's all very in character with what to expect here. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. They even managed to get the shaping done in such a way that they used what I'm pretty sure is the Baron's fountain thing. You know what I'm talking about. The big fountain with the big texture that they just dyed black. And they nailed that too. A bunch of mirrors as well. Looks like more shelves for shaping. Great. Fantastic for a full skin and in budget. So I'm very impressed by this setup. So the prompt, I don't even think I'm pretty sure they put this together after I had done my privacy check. When I just do a quick vetting in the house, I really don't remember seeing this. So I guess they just like whipped it together all fast with the quickness. Crazy. So the notes here say that this is Azeroth's Airbnb. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. This is it's funny because they showed me like a little sample of this build like a months ago, I guess. Um and it still sticks to me today. And this is exactly the vibe that I want to go for in Project House. So we go in, dark as the night, right? Super, super darked out. But you have like these contrasting things. So it has this kind of like artsy and also a spooky sort of flavor to it. You know, we go in and okay, the vibes get a lot darker too as soon as we walk in. Oh, so good. So good. All right, so we walk in and we're presented with stuff to the left, stuff to the right. Oh, vibes are so good here. So, so good. Note how we do this like little baby climb, boop, boop, boop. And then from here, we have all these different kinds of textures that are all dyeable, and that's how we're able to get this sort of effect here. You know, the kit bashing here is just off the chain here. Secret stuff back there, maybe. Actually, I think I remember that being blank, so we'll, I don't know if that's still the case here. But yeah, check out the way that they did these couches. Very uncomfortable, you know, because it's almost like okay, they like use the trellises as like the back frame, but it's like oh, we need the cushions though, man. That way we have this whole breathable look to it. But I'm just messing around. The aesthetics of these look great though. I think they purposefully put in lights here just so they can get. It's almost as if they this isn't lighting; it's more like color. You know, they wanted to get like this purposeful gradient color, perhaps that comes off really well. Shelves and tables are making up these windows. Fantastic. And again, the contrast and the lighting here. It's too bad there isn't like a white light. You know, we have yellows, we have blues. If we have a white light, that would make I think that would make this feel even creepier. Check out the kind of carpet, sort of carpet that we have here. It's actually the underside of a paladin altar that's being used here. So very neat. Let's actually have a seat here, and then we'll admire more of what's going on with this build. So the wall, this wall, oh, gee, even the wall's crazy. I think that's a Gilnean wall. Tables. We have like little tiny benches. Okay, I already got it from my seat. Little tiny benches to frame around that brazier, and boom, we have our fireplace. That's a very interesting design for the clock. Okay, that I'm not quite sure what this is. That's the top of something. Ah, I never noticed this design. That's really cool looking. That's a cool design, dude. Nice. Very nice. And then we have what looks like normal shelves. They have some stuff put up. And here, like, what are we watching on TV? Star Trek, Star Wars, some sort of no, Babylon 5 is what we're watching because Babylon 5 is excellent. Great work with the TV framing and all that too. Curved tables, elven benches, moody little candles up top too. Usually we see like the whole stand. In this case, they're like, no, we'll just have like a couple of these. I think they have it oriented like this, you know. So we have like one row, like the top row. The rest are like hidden behind there somewhere. Very cool. All right, let me see if this is still placeholder stuff. Beep. Yep. So never mind that. You didn't see anything. All right, so let's go through again. Boop, boop. And then down here. Oh, great. Fantastic. Again, like the colors that are being used. Check out the void tables are also being. It's as if we're inside a spaceship. Oh, dude, wait. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing. This isn't a TV. It's a window. Because we're in space. That's cool. I don't know if that's true. Actually, okay. So the stars, they're going stage right. Okay. And then here, the stars are also going state. Yes, we are traveling through space. That's amazing. Cool. So it's an Airbnb in space. That's sick. All right. So crossing over, more of these closed windows or mirrors, and then check out the wall art here. So the shot, so like here's the shot basically, right? But good God, really, really fine-tuned sculptured work here. Check out how the greens are like, just check out how these hostas, and I'm used to hostas being like yes, and we just caking stuff, right? Here they're being tastefully put in, resized and kind of like reconfigured around to like show like, okay, here's like where it came from. It's looping its way down because you have big hostas here, little tinier hostas, that are starting its wraparound, that tell that brief story of the direction where some things are growing, which is really great use here. Even using like some of these things, not so much as to show off the lamppost, but to just show like this sort of a progressive growth, as if it's coming from here, boom, blast through the rock, blow, comes out right in the back here. Really, really nice. Great setup here. And I think we have like a couple of more of those of these platforms, upside down platforms that are helping to frame that. Even the thing that's that's up top here, really tastefully done. Bar tables, more tables, to make those straight edges, and then I think that's like a part of a shelf, perhaps. Yeah, part of a shelf that's helping to create that the wooden support. And I really like the subtle purple that's being done there. Really, really good. Ah, that's sick. Great, great stuff so far. Super skinned table here. I think this is like a draconic table. Oh no, elven table. And then of course you have the canvases to make it like that very flat white. Again, very artsy, very tasteful in the implementation here. What a treat. And then we got the shroud there. So we'll see what else is going on in this Airbnb. What's next, huh? Nothing. Okay. So, okay, I guess I am meant to go through that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Never mind this stuff. we're just we're just perusing, right? So, yeah. I can suspend disbelief. It's all good. Oh wow. Holy Jesus. Okay, so we went through the back rooms, right? And into this whole wooden cabin setup. Wow, dude. So unlike the black and whites that we were seeing, the whole monotone sort of color, now we have like these deep, rich woods that we're seeing here going into this second house, second build. There's like a whole outdoor sort of thing. Okay, so in here in the also in the notes, they said that their budget is maxed out, but it's in a skybox. So I think as of now, that's a room. We've now entered the skybox. Hey, there we go. And so the rest of the build is here. Damn. Okay. I'm trying to kind of like get myself settled in with the whole layout so far. So we have like this raised area here. So like here's kind of like the entrance. Let's pretend again. Let's pretend that's like outside, all right? Let's just deal with that. That's out of the house. We come in, we have this new kind of entrance. Check out the stonework here. Is this a fireplace or something? It's a fireplace. Oh, dude. Why have I never seen this used before? I've not seen this being utilized before. This is brilliant. Actually, maybe I've seen the back of it, but the front of it, no. Damn, that's good. I mean, there's only one. So you have like the same sort of pattern here. You can see on the left and right, it's like the same pattern. But so good. So good. I guess that's why you don't see much use of it at all. I guess I'll start with the lower area first. So note like the low roof, but then we note that there's stuff above us. Floors are all tables. Above us, elven rugs, more tables to kind of like create this sort of framing, which is great. Yeah, ceilings are not like the easiest or cleanest thing to do. A lot of the times we'll settle with like platforms and stuff like that. But then you also want to have like something aesthetically pleasing if you can pull that off. And something like this does a great. Check out this very wide bench that I'm pretty sure I think these are Cephalus pillows. Yeah, all sunk in to make this thinner shape. Oftentimes we'll see something that looks really thick, it's very floofy and all that, which is great. But the fact that we're seeing it being used to make this thin texture is great. Fantastic. They even managed to like make like this kind of lower area here too. So it's a little bit raised. I think those are just like more tables. Yeah. Shelf work, bookshelves that are being used as the framing for like this low window setup. That's really good. That's really, really good. And then of course there's the outside, which I really hope we can walk out to. Oh yeah. Oh dude, this place is huge. Holy moly. But of course we got a room. Okay, we got one room in here. Oh jeez, dude. So yeah, great stuff here too. Like you have the elegant, I keep forgetting the name of this thing. Elegant, something naturally elegant. Yeah, so versatile as a surface. And folks are using it to great effect. It's not unlike how people will use the rounded rugs or whatnot, but in this case, it adds like the additional texture to it. Check out how the floors here, these are all like wooden beams. And then here, and then it transitions into shells here. And again, like the color, we have this very, very muted, very brown color throughout this like space here. Every god damn, dude, like every scene here is like a screenshot. It's the detail in here is immaculate. This is I feel the bile coming up. Like and then okay, yeah, that's a chair. Okay. That is just the chair, right? Okay, it's just the chair. I'm like, jeez, did they kit bash that too? Perhaps. And then, oh, what a cool bathroom. What a cool style bathroom. I love the feel of this. The fact that it's like wooden and all that. It creates this very, very relaxed feeling. Yeah. They even made sure to have the surface here also be wood. Oh, and okay, very curious. The ochre window that's being used here, it's not glowing the way it normally is. I think, is it because that's the back of it? I'm not sure. But that does look kind of curious to me. Yeah. But yeah, just wild. Like, because, this is also very budget intensive. But of course, this is also a one room build. So of course they can just go nuts. They can go absolutely nuts with the budget here, knowing that they're only going to be working with so much space here. So you can see like this wide use of platforms being used as well as a texture. What a cool shower. Oh man, stuff just drains in through the wood there, and then you can just walk right into the bath. Yeah, like these lovely greens as a bit of a contrast. Ah, nice. Really, really nice. And it's like the ideal use of platforms when you can just afford to like have them not linked together, because then you have the trouble of like the clipping whenever you have to do it. So when it's used as a single piece like it is here, it's great. Even made sure to use a beam here to to kind of avoid some of the clipping and some of the awkwardness that comes from the shaping of the window. Oh, this is gobsmackingly good. Yeesh. What's going to warp from all that water and mold in the cracks? Well, that's why they got to come in here and, treat it and clean it like regularly. So inside this bedroom, oh, the cool quilted blanket in this huge, huge bed. Yeah, note here how, they couldn't really avoid um, the clipping here, but, that's kind of how it goes. They obscure some of it by throwing the shelf up here, but you still have like this really, really great vibe. Like there's lighting here, but it's not like too bright. And you have like little instances here where I'm sure there's like, so like here, note how this curtain is a little bit brighter than this one here. Somewhere down here is like some sort of light, and then here as well. That helps to illuminate and create this sort of the sort of color here. It's somewhere, but who cares? It still frames like this terrific shot. Now here we can get kind of a peek outside. Hey. Oh wow. Ooh, that's pretty. We got some really, really awesome looks outside. Let's see, what are these right here? This is an Ogremar bookcase. So again, we have like this different kind of style of window being used. It's not like nets. Y'all know how I feel about nets. But in this case, we have big beams, which are, of course, really, really thick. But they're necessary to hide the very big supports for this rugged bookcase. And then, of course, we're kind of being invited outside, just have no pathing yet. So let's go across now. We'll retreat back to the main room because we got this whole upstairs area too. If I can, yeah, okay, so I can go upstairs here. Sweet. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so from here, oh, wow, dude, what a awesome design. So up here, the roof, even the roof work, I think they just took like multiple shelves, right? Multiple shelves, sort of stack them together, and then you have like this little like honeycomb array over here. They hide the studs. You can barely see them clipping through. So it kind of goes to show just the level of detail and like just how pixel perfect like some of these things has to be. And whatever flaws that are here, they're easily overlooked by the sheer spectacle of how all this really flows together. Yeah, great work on like the roof area, and then here, this view. Oh, okay, that's unreal, dude. That's really good. What a shot! Hey, let me move my stupid mouse cursor. That's stupid. Wow, what a shot! Yeah, we can see like the whole upper level balcony on the second floor. We're on the second floor. We can see the upper balcony. What I really find cool there is towards the back, looks like we have like a paving stone that's all the way back there. And then they added like some Legion Fell stuff to create this whole like mystical look on those peaks. That looks really cool. That's some great shaping. This mountain alone is mind blowing. Oh man, yeah, that's whoa. this is this is stupid. This is stupid. This is the kind of build that makes people just feel bad about their efforts and all that. And I totally feel it. All right, so we have a little art gallery right up here, and we'll make our way downstairs again. Don't worry, we're gonna comb through every inch of this damn place. All right, so let's go through. Ooh boy, wow, what a vibe shift. So this whole spot, wait, what is this? Is like I think there's a big rug, right? No, no, okay, these are just good old circular rugs. But then it's just perfect with the placement. Like you can't see a darn clip anywhere. And if anything, there's like a little bit of deception here because you have like a little light source that's helping to illuminate this shot here. And now you have like these really, really nice glows. What's cool though is that the way the lighting is set up, I believe there's like there's quite a few purple lights coming in here to take what's otherwise these brown shelves, and it has like, you know, you can see like it has this like purple tint to it. So they took just like one of these things, like, you know, and then that's what's coming out, and then whatever purple lights are down here are helping to tint these here. And so because you have a very consistent kind of color scheme here, that's where everything is turning like a little bit of that, like that kind of like a bright purple. Yeah, that's being reflected off the Belmeth beams. You see it, of course, off of the brown wood here. And then there's like that lower Belmeth platform as well. Oh, man. What a great looking Pandaren room. Okay, I gotta go out here again, too. So here's like, oh, even the roof of the balcony of the second floor is there, too. Some beamwork that's coming out here as supports. And then, of course, as we pan over, we get like that sort of view. This is crazy because I can feel, you know, so here, let me just like pan around. So like soaking this, we're gonna be here for a while. So soaking like this sort of view here. I can feel this perspective. You know, the way the proportions and the ratios are, it feels very realistic. Like I can be standing here and I can you know, measure that distance and it makes sense. I'm not really like, I'm not, it doesn't feel like an illusion. I'm not suspending disbelief. Like there's like the downstairs bedroom that's over there, you know, and from here I can just kind of like, you know, soak in the air, take in some of the vibes. Maybe there's like a little bit of wind going through. Of course, there's, you know, we're nearby. We got the sounds of nature and all that stuff. And then I can feel like just kind of my spatial orientation as I know that there's like over on the, you know, just to my right is like this big old mountain that's however many miles or so away. And then you got like these cool glows that are coming from it. Oh, it's, yeah. This is the kind of Airbnb I would actually pay for. Yeah. I would actually like come out here and visit. Oh, it's just a really, really great presentation there. Especially because it feels like, okay, there's like some mysterious thing happening there. The lights are reflecting out onto that whole mountain top kind of thing going there. You got smoke coming out. Like there's like hot springs or something like that. Like just the smoke is like feels supernatural. Crazy. This build should be illegal. This build should not be allowed in any contests or whatnot because it would just be mean. Uh, it'd be very mean to have. So here's the top, and you know, so we see like a little bit of, oh, I run out of budget, sort of there, but who cares, dude? That's me just trying to be nitpicky and failing. All right, so let's head back inside now. Let's head back inside. Back panel here. Awesome colors. Again, you know, you have like these lights that are down here that are influencing the color of most of the wood here. But you also have this contrast of like the yellow lights here as well. So, you know, they did really good at making it so no, there are no purple lights in here. This is just purple wood and all that. That's just what it is. You know, so I think they pulled off that illusion quite well. And it's partially thanks to having this contrasting lighting that makes it feel like, okay, no, it's, you know, these are the actual lights, you know. Let's go into, actually, what is that right there? Oh, that is just the beam. Oh, okay. So this is, wow, this is one piece. Oh, that worked out great. Yeah, that worked out fantastic. Nice, I think. Oh, no, wait, this thing's upside down, actually. So this beam right here is like this bottom one. I'm pretty sure. See how the red beam is right there? There it is right there. So yeah, this dude is upside down. So it's kind of like that. Okay, it's actually the other way. Here we go. Yeah. Nice. Nice. That's hella good, dude. That is hella good. Of course, quilted bed once again. Very nice. And then here is the bathroom. Now we got like this deep red. You know, we're kind of moving away. Okay, the purples are still around here. But we have this very, very deep red that is dominating space. It's like big walk-in closet kind of thing. Actually, no, this is more like the vanity. So we rinse off and all that. Great work with the faucets here. There's a number of things happening, including this flag here that's being used as like the whole controls for the faucet. And then here's another, wow, these banners are being used for it. Yeah, never would have guessed. Oh man, I would not have guessed that. That's dope. That's dope. So note how the way that these gaps are with these rugs, they have like this certain trim to it, and that's what helps to give it that whole additional depth to it. So like here's like the original texture. I don't for all wait actually, I could have swore that there was only one way to dye this thing, but I might not be remembering correctly. And oh, check out the loo. Super elegant. There we go. And I fit. Yes. Excellent. Excellent doo-doo spot. Oh, okay. So this one has both, you know, the ceramic tub and shower in one spot with a skylight up above. Oh, that's adorable. You get this whole, and it's cool because you got this little ethereal glow to it as well. Yeah, really, really neat. The control setups again, like big use of these natural, elegant rugs. Wild. I'm taking screenshots of the freaking bathroom, dude. That's what this build is. Okay, so we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna go downstairs. Uh, there's still the room below that bedroom to check out. And boy, like the level of detail here. This must have taken like 8, maybe 10 hours to put together. I'm just kidding. Crazy. Okay, so we're going into the kitchen. Okay, we got a little study spot. Very cool. Nice tight work here. A little bit spacious. We have a little bit of an outdoor view from this bench, and then okay, little baby kitchen. All right. Remember, it's an Airbnb. It doesn't have to be like too extensive and all that with the work. So here, like, note how we have a lot of straight edges with this refrigerator. You know what they did here to achieve the shape is, they're still using the elegant rug, but they just jam that sucker right into the wall right there. Just to maintain the shape. It's all good. We got we got our drink shelf and all that, and then we come up here and we have like this nice little array of like black and white beams. That's darling. We go back to the same kind of shelf, or so the same kind of a long couch that we saw a little bit earlier, and a nice view outside. Lots of grass, different candles outside to preserve the whole illusion of everything. We've got a secret shelf that leads us to nowhere. Because that's the kind of build this is. You gotta have your shelf, but you gotta save space because there's so much that went into this. It's kind of funny how like, the build is super extensive, but personalization like almost zero because that's the trade-off when it comes to something like this. We're focused on like a different sort of spectacle out here. So this actually seems to be like a, kind of like a an exposed porch. We come out here, fully outside now, and then we get a glimpse of the mountain. Oh baby, great visuals here. I mean, like from this distance, we're already breaking the illusion. I think it works best while we're like inside and everything. But of course, dude, we just got to take a look and admire the architecture and the work here. So now we're going to fully unimmerse ourselves and take a look at how this thing comes together. So, multiple fountains, obviously. All of these are being like heavily skinned with like lots of rocks and little tiny greens. Because the big greens, they're big, but when you bring them really far down, they create like these great details that does a great job of preserving the illusions and everything. And then of course there's this whole mountaintop here. So they're using a number of Legion things to create like that heavy green glow. Because it looks like these are rocks and all that, but then you have like the very very highlighted green there. So down there are like Legion consoles, or I forgot what they're called, but you have a number of those being used to help create the green tops of this hill. And then of course back there to help emphasize it is an actual dyeable paving stone that's green. Oh, that's great, dude. That is great. Yeah, it's neat because they layered this a little bit as well in case we happen to be at like a different angle. It doesn't seem to quite like pop the way that it could. Almost as if they could get away with like having fewer paving stones, because the one up top here really really stands out. The others, they don't quite illuminate, at least under this sort of light. Um, but dude, the smoke, the directional smoke here, so good. It's so good. It's super convincing. Like it's hard to not suggest, okay, this is like some sort of like I mean, the fact that the whole damn mountain has the smoke coming out of it, it's like, okay, it's like a volcano or of some sort. And then like there happens to be like a water source back there. How it happens? Magic, right? But mix all that stuff together, you get this really nice, awesome look here that you probably actually don't want to really be in. Now that I think about it, if we do the whole volcano story, like anyone who's up there is probably going to get like killed by toxic fumes. So never mind that. Let's just focus on just how great this place looks. This build is like I said, it's illegal. This shouldn't exist. Um, it's too good. It is just too good. This is some amazing work. And then they're gonna take it down in like a week. I'm just kidding. I know that part of this build was up for a while. At least that first part. And that was already like, wow, this is amazing. This is crazy. And then we can't then we come here and we see all these other like amazing, amazing details. So I want to go up top here as we wrap this thing up and get that view from the outside one more time. One more time. So notice how there's not even really any room to like sit here because, well, again, yeah, they gotta save on that budget because so many details went elsewhere. This was okay. This is an okay build. Thanks. Thanks so much for the opportunity to really like dive in. Wait, I missed the kitchen. Shut up. I'm not done. Oh my god. We're still not done. Okay, so there was that. And then I went here, right? That was the bathroom. Right? Jesus, we're not done. we're What a treat. What a treat. We've been here for like 40 minutes. We're still not done. Okay. So now we're going into this place is massive. It's massive. Oh my god. Okay. Living room spot. Boom. Let me get back into the mindset. Because now I'm back to this build is stupid. So now we've transitioned from the Setherless pillows to the coffee stuff. So of course, I'm in love with this room. You know, we're still very muted on the colors until we turn on the TV, and then it's just gonna blast. But yeah, very simple in the implementation here. I forgot what these were. I saw these the other. I think this is just like the side of a. Okay. This is just a table. Great table though. Very smooth on the colors. That whole rustic wood kind of feel. All right. But yeah, really nice presentation as we like walk in here, as if it's like, you know, we're coming in. Some folks, people are watching stuff, they're watching the game, whatnot. You know, that seems to be like kind of kitchen area, but naturally, we got to go left first. See what is through here. A second defecation station, and my feet are flat. Excellent, excellent. We do our rinse. We're good to go. Actually, there's no sink. It's over here. Smooth. Yeah, yeah, even here, dude. Like, dude, the breakdown on this. Beam, mirror, beam, littler beams. You know, nice and cheap, thankfully. Lots of beam work that comes in here to create this sense of depth. We got they have a little push dispenser thing on that bottle. Oh, that's great. That is great. And again, like the little details here, you know, because we have this slanted roof from that shelf. You know, it's all coming together. Crazy. All right. So let's sort of like saunter our way back again. All right, and then past here into, I should have seen this from across the way. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Okay, first off, this part. All right, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We got the awesome floors once again. We got bar stool seating as we observe outside. Wow, that's kind of perverted. Yeah, yeah, they gotta close them drapes because otherwise, like all of us who are back here, we're like, "Yo, you want to see the show? You want to see what's going on across the way? Yeah, you know, this is like a reality TV show house now." But let's not take away from that though. Oh, great stuff with like the slanted roof, and then there's like some upper elevation there, which is I think just meant to include the greens. Yeah, so just meant to include the greens here. And then you can see a little bit across, see a little bit of the views out there, along with through this fence here. Very nice. Now the kitchen. Ooh, oh, just woof. Okay, so we go in from here. Love the contrasts of this. And, you know, these are some simple shapes that we're working with too, right? Because these drawers, these are just benches. Those are benches, and I think those are like other benches being used as like fancy handles. No, they are bookcases being used as fancy schmancy handles, right? The top surface here, I'm sure, is the rug. I'm sorry, yeah, the doormat, because it's highly versatile piece of decor. That's you know, you die in, of course, but it's once you have it, it's pretty cheap if you wanted to pick that up. But it's great as this black marble surface. Really good. Okay, this vent is very ah. I didn't realize how the dye channels on this thing were. I knew it was dyeable, but really cool use. And you know, even though it's very embiggened here, I think this is as big as it gets. It's a great shape. Yeah, you know, it still retains a whole lot of its fidelity and all that. So really pretty. Right, we got some classic stove work, you know, uh, chimney, not chimney, fireplace upside down. That's kind of a usual thing that I've seen a lot of. Upside down chandeliers as well. And I think that's also part of the thing, right? Like, actually, no. These are frames that are being used with this crate. One crate, by the way. It looks like one crate that's being used as the frame for that. Great work on that. I think it's just a... Okay, that is a door? Like, can I open that? Oop. Oh, okay. So the way it clips just happens... Oh. Okay, so it's that door that's being used, but then you only see, like, you know, that part of it. Okay. Good shaping on that. Good shaping on that. Someday I want to see clickable doors and things like that that actually aren't clickable. I want a way to, like, turn that kind of thing off, if possible. And then up here we have, like, the fine stuff. The fine pottery. Even the fine tea that they just stored and preserved because magic stuff and all that. Yeah, counter work is great as well. You got, like, your fake overhead lighting. What's that being used? What's being used there? Little lamps with very subtle lighting, by the way, too. I'm a big fan of the Borealis bottle lamp, but then, of course, that's crafted, that costs extra gold and all that. These are like little cheapies, right? These are little cheap things you can pick up that offer more subtle lighting as well. Here's that design again. This time, you know, once again being used for a clock. We got this matching black fridge, and I think this is also using the doormat. Now in this case, it looks like they use like the entire shape for this one, except for maybe the bottom of it. But I'll never know. I don't know all the measurements and all that. Okay. So now I'll just ask, have I seen everything? Don't tell me there's like, oh no, you're halfway done, buddy. Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, we're cool. Bitch. So, oh man, dude. What a treat. What a treat. Fantastic. Oh, dude. Not enough praise goes to this place. This is some mythic level housing. Great stuff. You know, what's funny too is that if they wanted, you know, they could have sacrificed that initial build, you know, that whole thing that's up front, but that's the front of the house, you know, so they can't easily just remove that. But they could have done that, and then they could have put more into here instead. But oh no, it's all good. I really enjoyed like the start of the build as well. This was great. This was absolutely great. And again, like folks who watch this later on or in the bot or whatnot, they're just gonna be like, "This is disgusting. Why do I even bother?" But I also want to send a message too to folks. Like I'm glancing around here. No shop items, huh? I don't think we've seen one. You know, we have promotional stuff. We saw like the rugs that's being used very extensively, but what were any shop items used here? I'm just curious. Personally, I have nothing against shop items, but there are folks who like, you know, they trade barbs over that, and zero are being used here. Okay, sorry, like I wish I had chat running here, but it's not. But yeah, the boss of the house is here to kind of answer like some questions and whatnot. But you know, it kind of goes to show that there's a lot of work that went into this place. Obviously, the construction of it, the acquisition of the core, not as much. So again, you know, not a lot of shop stuff. There's a lot of extensive work that went into like collecting certain things, like, hey, where'd all these bottles come from? Oh, doing endeavors and things like that. You know, and other things that are like crafted, perhaps, or farmed with rep, doing quests and what have you. But this is what's possible. It's gross how good this is. Love it. Love it. Thank you again, Lala. This was an adventure for sure. Oh, just oh. And I remember like when I was here when you invited me over for that like super brief like visit, like at the end of like some other stream. This was a while ago now. I thought, oh yeah, come here. And I was already blown away by this. I was like, dude, I gotta do something like this too. And I haven't forgotten. Ugh. Thank you, Lala. Thank you for the birthday wishes. All right. Who's next? No, I'm just kidding. Um, Something I try to emphasize too is, as a community and as a creator, I'm never gonna come off with like the whole, like, oh, okay, we gotta see who's gonna follow this one. No, no, no. I always try. I always want to appreciate every time someone's got something cool to show. I miss when you got annoyed. Oh no 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 no! If I came off like that, excuse me. If I came off like that, I apologize. Sometimes, sometimes the real me leaks out. No, I'm just playing. Cleanse your palate. Look at her. Let's go back to my build real quick, okay? Let's look at that pathetic display that was Light's Refuge. No, no, no. I'm still very proud of that build, right? Okay, I'm very proud of what Steph and I put together. Actually, it's funny. Like, I did the manual work because that's how the rules work. So I had to do the actual things and building and all that stuff. But it wouldn't have been what it was without her. Like, she was the inspiration. Like, I saw her place and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, but a tree or something like that. And then I just kind of went with that. But yeah, she was a big, big influence. Oh, I never want to, uh, I never want to not include her as part of like how all that came together. Anyway, that was my palate cleanser. All right. Okay, folks, this is Howling Void's place. Rovern Founders this time. This place is pretty fenced off. Now, I do always find it funny. Whenever sometimes people will fence things off, even though there's like natural barriers here. And actually, I don't see this plot very often. Now that I'm looking at this, yeah, this is actually a very different plot from what I'm used to. This is a cool spot actually. Now that I'm looking at it, sorry, we'll look at the house, but for sure. But I want to admire the plot as well, because we got this fantastic view of everything below. It's also very defensible, right? We have a way to escape, in case like dudes are coming, we can jump off the waterfall and just get our way out and all that, or hop onto our jet ski, dun 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 dun, dun and then like there we go. Yeah, I feel like this is an underrated spot. So anyway, fenced off, but then of course with the natural barriers, you don't have to fence off like too much and all that. So let's retreat back a little bit. We've got some market work. So the person who lives here, it's kind of the thing that they do. It's like, yo, neighbors, here's like the stuff that I've gathered. And then people are like, where'd you gather it from? You don't have a garden or anything like that. And then the owner here is like, and then somewhere across the neighborhood, you hear some about like, oh, hey, my crops were stolen, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what happened. And so, yeah, that's kind of the quick story. Because I don't think I saw any greenhouses back here, do we? Yeah. Very sus, dude. Very sus. So, with these ill-gotten gains, the boss gets to enjoy themselves. with a spot of tea and wine and all that. But you know what? I think they feel a bit remorseful because they're sitting on a bench like this. And you don't normally sit on a bench like this unless you feel like punishing yourself, right? You lean back and how does it feel? Feels like redemption. feels, no, or it's just a really cool way to like have a back scratcher or a way to like massage like your upper back, which now that I'm looking at this feels pretty deadly, but also it might be kind of comfortable. So we cut across past the fountain and the greens. We'll check out this overhang here. See if there's any like treats or desserts to enjoy over here. There are not, but it is staged for some enjoyment. You know, we have some overhangs. We do have a place for a bit of snacking over here, and they even made sure to add like a little bit of barrier work. You know, to add a little bit of privacy. But here, once again, like here's like a bit of a natural barrier. I'm guessing that people just regularly walk through here if they wanted to like go around something. But also, it might be there to keep out the sheepies. That could be a thing too. So like here, we return to the original path. The stones that lead all the way through. Past some bottle lamps. Check out the greens here to emphasize more greens with the color of the roof. And let's head on inside. So, what kind of setup does a produce thief have? Right? Selling produce seems to bring in some good money. So let's climb in and okay, very curious. Would you like constructive feedback? Yes. Okay, so we climb in and we go up this platform and we have this very curious array on the floor here. Lots of flickering here. And I'm very curious what the idea was here. My guess is honestly experiment. Like, let me see how I Lego all this stuff together. And so we have like all these different platforms that are coming together, experimentations with like clipping together, seeing what works. Maybe I'll try like crossing things over, making these different sorts of shapes or whatnot. I ain't mad at that. I'm just pointing it out as, okay, interesting experiment with trying to see how all these come together. As for whether they revisit this or not, I don't know. But, just a little commentary there. Really like how this sort of multicolored altar comes together. It's a very eclectic collection of things, both up top and also below. I believe those are like shelves with like preset items there, but it gives that whole lived-in feeling. We just came in, we wanted to set up like something cool. By the way, the notes here say there's a Mortal Kombat arena somewhere in here. So getting your music ready. I think we'll come up there later. Sassy Dragon is giving me the side eye, so I think she's like, you just come back here later. I think I will. We climb down, boop, boop, off the whole maze of platforms and into the drum set. I'm going to go straight here to the actually pretty extensive drum set that they have set up here. Multiple red themed cymbals, place to like chill over there. We have sort of like this kind of a retail-y sort of in setup with again this grand assortment of collections put together. So some things that as a WoW player they've pulled up, they were able to earn, I got one of these, I got some of these, let's go ahead and display these, or they stole it from somewhere. But probably the former. So let's go back here to this. Okay, this kitchen is massive. Check out the, this is how wide the kitchen is. But then this also has like a sort of like retail vibe to it as well. Counter space right here is where like customers will like sit or put in orders or what have you. And then our dark work begins. The stuff to put drinks together. The coffee stuff, of course. We move over to like the barbecue pits. Big grills are running, right? Huge braziers helping to helping to heat up this whole ass desk, two desks actually, to get things going. Very interesting that thing that we have up here because we have like the burner that's up top and like smoke that's coming out. Here we have another big pantry area plus another giant grill that's I'm gonna guess it's like warming up. They're gonna take some spices, like heat that stuff up, powder it down, use them as like cool condiments and all that. It's fun. You know, it's a fun and color, you know, it's a kitchen that's full of color. It's almost as if it's like, you know, celebrating lots of like different cultures and whatnot. So just because we see like this really big mix. A birthday lunch, there you go. So this happens. So I want to point out this is an octagonal room. So we're carving a couple things out. Oh, actually, so they put up some walls here, you know, just for the shaping. Actually, no, it's just that one wall that's there for like a separator. Okay, but they did carve out a room there. Notice how we're transitioning from like this folk style here to the Belmet style over here on the right. But also, I want to look at this really quick. We have a nice setup. Again, super colorful with the greens, different colors that are thrown together. It gives that vibe of like a restaurant that is like, okay, we're just starting out and we're filling our place up with like all sorts of different decorations, things that have been around. So you see that sort of you see a similar reflection here in this virtual restaurant spot. And here's like the loungy area. And again, we have like different collections of things. We have okay. So we have folks playing with cards. Some folks are playing cards. Some folks are playing with cards. You know what I mean? Very neat. Haven't seen anyone do like the little card. Anyone do that back in the day? I did that all the time. This was like, you know, before Nintendo stuff and all that. I used to love like creating like little card castles and all that. I got a kick out of that. And then I got like Legos and Nintendos and stuff like that. Then life was good. And I became the degenerate I am today. Is this a basket of something? It's a basket of lights. Cool. So we're going to now go in this carved out area here. Cool shelf work that's being done here. Again, big on collections. And I like how the assortment is kind of random, which again, it has this sort of lived in feel. It feels very personal. You know, it's like this is what they collected. This is what they put together. And here we have like this cool sculpture being put together as well. Very cheaply, I should remind folks. Filigree lights, they're bought from Belmeth, and they only cost like 10 Dragon Isles resources, if I recall. So it's a very cheap thing to put together if you want to put together, I don't know, maybe a grand light statue or like anything fun of that sort. And it's also a light source. So there are a lot of like fun things you can do with that. And that leads us outside. Wait, so secret exit in case things go awry. Because, hey, you know, boom, 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 police, we know you stole the fruit. And they're like, oh, snap. And then they'll like go out through here and then they'll be fine. That's the, I think that's the plan. So that's a doorway, but I want to kind of cut across here. Okay, so that's a dead end. They meant for us to go through there. But I need to jog my memory real quick. There's an opening that way, which we'll go to later. That was the altar setup. Okay, so now we're going this way. Now we're going this way. We're going into now this stairwell room. We got like 2 levels. Actually, there's a 3rd level up here. They managed to carve out like a little bit more space. But down here, gardening sort of spots. You know, collection of big greens. You know, super embiggened, slapped in. Like, whatever's in this water is insane. You know, because they were able to get greens coming out through rocks, through the cracks in the rocks, and you know, now we have like this grand collection of stuff that I'm not sure if they know what to do with. For all we know, like they're trying to grow their own vegetables too. So not only are they stealing stuff, they're at least trying to make their own thing too. So there's the stairwell room. That's a long hallway. That's going to lead us elsewhere. Okay, so we got quite a bit of path to go through. So I'm gonna go here first. I'm gonna predict that this might be a dead end that we can turn around from. And we've entered what feels like the bathroom. Lots of drape work happening here. We have like a sort of light feeling as we come in. Here we have what could be a shower. Vanity right over on the side. We bathe in the, well, actually, this could be it. We bathe in the fountain. Natural fountain. We bathe with the plants and maybe the animals and all that stuff. Because that's what we feel like doing. I mean, you steal fruit, like you're gonna have weird habits, I'm sure. Right over in this spot. This is where you. Wait, hold on. Okay, mirror, smoke, bathtub, hearthstone, teepee. No, this is the exclusive place for the bum. Okay, so chamber pot. Hey, that's how it goes sometimes, man. You get in the tub, you smoke, your body starts to relax, loosen up, tension goes away, poop comes out, right? That could be a thing. You wipe off, you're good to go. Someone else carries that stuff out. I hope. And then they go here, they do the actual bathing, clothed, good to go. All right, that's the story. Some places don't have plumbing. I don't think we've seen that in the Warcraft universe, have we? Do we have plumbing? I'm not sure. I feel like I want to go there later. Yeah. I have a feeling that the whole Mortal Kombat thing might be that way because we're seeing the torches and all that stuff, and I have a feeling that battle is in that direction. So we'll explore more of the place and we'll see if my prediction's right. We're gonna climb up. We've got right, there are pipes everywhere. That's true. That is true. There are sewers. So I am wrong. But you know what? Some places they don't have all, yeah, those are the cities, mind you. Those are the cities. But when you're far away, right? When you're far away in these neighborhoods, then it's a bit more selective. You know, there's no public works in the neighborhood. Here you got to deal with your own stuff. So anyway, so I wanted to point out, like we climbed up a bunch of rounded platforms. That's what serves as the stairs here, which in some ways feels like, okay, this feels a little bit messy, but at the same time, like it feels it also has all the workings of like an amateur builder. Not I'm not talking about WoW housing. I'm just talking about like just the amateur like kunk kunk, you know, or an actual builder that just kind of throws stuff together. That's my dad, by the way, who just kind of like throws materials together and then creates objects and furniture and what have you. Like he would do great in the Fallout universe. He would put together like all sorts of contraptions and stuff. So we're in this upper level, and now things get sort of artsy. We have collections, paintings, booksies of all sorts. We have a pillow that's down there. No, two pillows. So I'm supposed to sit here, actually. Yeah, so we sit. We have some snackies and all that. Enjoy some books. And then we come up here to a bit more of a private spot. Yeah, so again, we have like some basic shaping here, barriers that kind of lead us over to this spot here, where someone could be sleeping here, or maybe it's just there as like just kind of like this aesthetic decor, perhaps. Nah, I think I'd want to sleep up there. Feel taller and all that. So it has the makings of like a temporary bedroom of sorts. No, it's fun. Yeah, because I like how it's framed. It's warm, it's bright, but it's also kind of low. It's away from everyone. And then when you're hanging up this high and then you have that low ceiling, it creates that sort of like hug of sorts that that has a very kind of a cozy feel to it. Now, of course, if you sit up too hard, then you're either going to fall off the hammock, which would be devastating, or you're going to slam your head against the ceiling and then fall off the hammock, which would be that much more devastating. So you got to be careful. Got to be careful when you're doing your housing planning of sorts. But I do like how this has it almost has a barrow den kind of feel to it. Yeah, because we have like the darker woods, we have like kind of the windiness to it. We're missing bridges. So give me some bridges and then we'll be good to go. But I do like how we're climbing down to this garden that they are either proud of or they are failing to fight back. So that's the hallway again, but we're gonna go over back to the previous room. We're gonna go over to where Sassy Dragon was. We're going and there was a stairwell room over there. And so now I'm very curious. I want to see what else they have. So here we go. Sassy Dragon's like, hey, what's up? Look at my rocks. You got great rocks, girl. And she's like, oh, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about your rocks. Right over here, dude. Don't get all I'm being accurate here. I'm not trying to, say any like I'm not trying to throw shade. Yo. Sassy Dragon. Okay, that's already throwing shade. So we climb up. Very well lit, very heavy with the draconic lighting. Here I feel like we're kind of like we're either signing in or it's just a place for like them to write and all that. But this has a retail feel to it. Whenever I see that sign, it's got a retail feel because now we're into a stage. All right. We got a place to sit, hang out, hug the pillow, right? Because we got nothing to lean back on. And then someone will come out and do stuff. What kind of stuff? Could be acting, could be dancing, singing, improv show, right? Magic show. Yeah, it could be a magic show. No. Oh, okay, it could be okay. It's a whole. So okay, I like this. This has some great character to it because there could be anything that they come out with. Like, yo, let me go ahead and like bring these things together, put on some armor. Because these are like dummies or whatnot. Grab the armor and let's play some sword fights or whatnot. Or let's take this thing. We'll do like a one-man show. That's fun. Yeah, I find a lot of fun with stuff like this. So it kind of tells me that the builder, the player behind this, has some sort of history or some sort of thing with like acting or drama and stuff like that. That something like this was at least some part of their life. How significant was it? How traumatic was it? I don't know, but you know, it's a little glimpse into into the person, and maybe that's true, maybe not. But I always find that fun whenever we can make like little discoveries to that. So now we're going to go into that and down that hallway. And I think I was right. That is going to be the Mortal Kombat room. Well, actually, did I go here yet? No, I didn't go here yet. Okay, so there's more. Haha, I almost missed stuff. So here, again, big gallery work here. Okay, I dig this room too, because now we have like we have this different sort of vibe. Now it's very high. So it's meant to be a place to, definitely chill, have some drinks, have a couple smokes, but it's not like a hot box. It's not going to be that sort of spot, but it is very chill. And so we'll like, relax for a bit, have a few drinks, and then just admire some of the artwork that's happening up here. Like, yo, what does this mean? It's a tree, dude. What do you think it means? Right? And we can also do like a little artist workshoppery stuff here too. This feels good. I like this shot. A little bit of lighting, but not too much. You know, you don't want too much lighting to like disrupt, you know, the composition of what you're trying to put together and all that. You know, they get up, they sit back, or you know, they stand there for a bit, grab the coffee, and then just kind of take a look. This sucks, you know, and throw that thing aside, try it again. That's fun. Over here, we have a place for Snuffles and Reptar to hang out. They got their own snackies and all that stuff. They got their own relaxing spot. They got snacks. They got tea. They can enjoy like the good life. They own this place, or at least this particular part of the place. You know, and they did, and they put lots of efforts into framing this too. Big windows in the back, dressed by trellises, framed a little bit by this beamwork here. So I like what's happening here. I think there's a lot of potential to like build from that, and you know, see what they like and don't like and learn from it. That's cool. Over here in this corner, nothing. That's how it goes sometimes. This happened to be carved out. So was there anything here actually? Did they make a doorway? No, no doorway there. Okay. Cool. I'm glad I didn't miss that room there. Because now for sure, I think we're going that way. Yeah. Let's go. So down the hallway we go. Past the torches, past the wall of Map of Gilneas, some spears. Do you hear the music? Do you hear it? Dun 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 dun. Anyone? All right, so we come outside into the arena. You know, flanked by soldiers who are like, nope, nope, nope. You come in, you know, and you don't leave until the fighting's done. And so over there, up here, this is where Shang Tsung is sitting. Fight, right? And then here we go, boom. And then up here is like here's like the UI that pops up, you know, Kano versus Sonya, you know, and all that. And they do their thing. There's no, but it's clean. There's no blood. So the tournament hasn't started yet. Not yet. Now, if I recall, the whole Mortal Kombat franchise, as a movie at least, it's very drawn out. So they do this whole thing where they grab fighters from all over the world and they're doing a thing, but then something demon invasion and all that. But the whole idea is, you know, they grab fighters from all over the place. And so we see a reflection of this in this whole Warcraft form. Lots of flags, every class, race, whatnot, all them being represented here. All under the banner of not exactly the Horde, but in this case, you know, the Shang Tsung who's organizing this tournament. Nice. Nice. Oh, they even include weapons here too. Oh, you know what that is? That's for the warm-up fights. Yeah. Because, you know, the actual Mortal Kombat fighters, they got all sorts of stuff. They got all sorts of gimmicks and whatnot. But what about, like, Rex? Right? What about Rex, the new guy, who's like, yeah, I'm here for Mortal Kombat. You know, I'm gonna make some money for my family. Blah blah blah. And then no, they're just filler. So sorry, Rex, you got slapped, and you got eaten by a big dragon head or something like that, which, you know, sort of sucks. Poor guy. Now, as for the construction of the room, fantastic, love it. You have great frame in here. You know, they just did a simple setup, walls for the most part. Use this large tent out here for like branding, banners, things like that. But I love the way all that comes together. You know, the illusion is perfectly kept. And then back here, while you don't have walls, you still have like other things. You have the that special trellis back there, a number of greens, fountains, this asymmetrical look to create this sort of framing here. It's great. This was fun. Fun build. Thanks for showing us. Thanks for the birthday wishes, by the way. Much, much, much appreciated. So you're off to the they were going off to the movies. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So we are heading over to Tieli's place. All right. And they're one house. Brave. They're one house. How do we give birthday treats? There is a donate button below on the stream thing. Very optional. It's kind of there as a joke. But whatever I get, I will use it to buy treats. Yeah, this is earmarked cash money for treats. Now, what will I get? Will I get a smoothie? Will I get a giant tomahawk steak? No, don't do that. Tomahawk steak at the place I go to is expensive. Ooh, that sucker's like, a couple $100. It's crazy. Or I might get delicious chocolate. Yeah, could be that too. But real talk, just being here is fun. It's great. I really, really appreciate folks that take time out of their day, or they decide what they want to do for entertainment. They decide to hang out here, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for just being here. The rest is extra. So, all right. Where's the house? There's the house. All right. Oh, so clean, dude. All right, folks. This is Tieli's place, Rover and Razorwind, and we have this very, very in character build. This is a orc style house, but we're on the beach, and boy, they make that show. It's a great showing that we have here. Thanks to the greens, thanks to the little palm trees that are helping to dress up the spots, and also the location. The background here, we have like all the extra greens that are back here too. But welcome to Palm Pier, as it's being labeled. Behind it, not so much on the decor. So it's kind of surprising. Like it's I don't know if all the budget went into what's going on here. I mean, it's very finely detailed. And then of course you have the lettering, which takes up like, a bit of budget, and it's really clean. This beamwork, right? I think. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, beams being used for these. Yeah, so again, really clean with how all that comes together. Very impressive. That's a good bit of work trying to get all the shaping right there. But I love the color. I love the pop, especially because it's this time of day. I think that works out really, really well. So let's go on inside and see what's good. Okay, so we have okay, that's some waterfall stuff. Okay. So according to the notes here, the ice cream stand is what inspired the rest of the build. Okay, so somewhere here is an ice cream stand. Now, I have a feeling that this is meant to be like the illusion of being outside, because okay, this is a one-room build. Yeah, so we're still outside. We're kind of led in through this waterfall spot. We're on the beach, right? Colored, colored floors, Gilnean tables as we go across, like this kind of spattering of greens. We have an animal. That's the boss. Ah, nice. So the boss is there. They're present around here. Actually, there's two people here. Okay, so we got the boss and their friend. And wow. Oh, wow. Oh, this is so cool, dude. This is so cool. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep my perspective like low to the ground, right? We're not breaking immersion for nothing yet. Wow. So we got like I'm on the boardwalk. Damn. We're not so I'm a good ways away from the beach here, but this has total like boardwalk vibes. Oh, wow. We got games on that side. Looks like there's ice cream stuff over there. Oh, snap. We got little carts full of stuff, bulletin boards for like, hey, check out the special luau or special event happening over here. Oh, this place just drips fun. All right. Two folks right there. They're chilling, doing their thing. Oh, they got fishies. Wait, where does that fish come from? Is that food? That's smart. Okay. So, wait, how did they do that? So, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow. The angling here is perfect. So, when it's oriented that way, you have all the three fish. Yo, this is like the greatest bait. When you have fish that are like, "Ugh," they're all coming out like that. The waterwork is amazing, too, by the way. Drapes and more drapes, basically. Great texture here. Because so as a base, you start off with what's probably the Razor One fountain. And then you have like these elven drapes plus these other elven curtain kinds of drapes that are creating waves, movement of water. Feels alive. This is fantastic. Really, really good work on the water here. And it helps to preserve the illusion too. So again, I'm here at this shot, as we are. We have like bigger waves, smaller ones back there too. Yeah, and of course you have the lighthouse back there as well. Just a whole bunch of like cushions and whatnot. That's neat. Panning to our right. Yeah, like the colors and the themes that are here, so strong with this build. All right, so let's actually walk over. So we're on the pier, right? We're on the pier. We're on this elevation. Right over here below us, the beach. We got growth coming out, fantastic. And then here's like our first cart like spot put together with like some basic table work. We have like the doghouse roof and everything. It's kind of neat how they used the Belemith, not Belemith, the Herondar greens as this kind of like kind of as if it was a fire, but not really. The actual fire would be very like it'd be very like bold, very eye catching. But here it's a lot more subtle because we're directed to like stuff, product, things to buy and pick up and whatnot. Yo, like we only have like one more of this gnome looking dude left. You want the rare one, or you can get like these generic jade statues for the folks at home. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll take the jade statues. Jade's pretty valuable, man. And back here, of course, carnival game stuff. Like, yeah, great stuff here. Because it still feels very Warcraft with the setup. It's a Warcraft based game. We're throwing hammers and axes and stuff. What do you win? Murgles. Yo, you want to take? We got Murgles of every color. We got giant. We got giant Reptar too. If you want to, if you hit like the center prize 5 times or something like that, you never will because that's how the carnival game works. It's made to screw you over. But yeah, great theme here. And then of course, and then there's a boss. We got ice cream. Oh, that's brilliant. That is so smart. So of course we have like colored barrels. I'm sorry. We have what looks to be like those are probably just rugs or whatnot. But then we have like the barrels that are being used to contain stuff. We have the opals that are helping to help give that ice cream feel. Of course, these are inside cases, so little smoke coming out, but it's the non-intrusive kind of smoke. So that way it gives the sort of cool feeling. And then back here, I believe those are probably ethereal prisons. You just don't see the bottom or the top of them. Or, yeah, you don't see the bottom of the... Oh, thank you for... Thanks for scooching. Appreciate it. Yeah, you don't see the bottom or the top of it. And then I think, that piping there is helping to obscure... actually, no. I think it's just turned around. Yeah, it's just turned around because inside are like those bottles of sorts. So those things are like hanging out there. And do I animate me eating the snow cone? Yum. Like, am I emoting? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. So I got ice cream. Sweet. Oh, excellent. All right. And then there's like bowls for the ice cream as well. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, supply boat for when they're smuggling their actual things. You think this is really just ice cream that they're selling? No, no, they're selling murder as well. I'm just kidding. That would be hella funny. They were also like super smugglers and stuff. I love the immersion here because now I got my ice cream. Heck yeah, dude. All right, so wow, and then check out the creations here. Neat. So they have like, they got like little berry ice cream stuff. You got like black and white vanilla chocolate ice cream stuff. They have more ice cream. Yeah, at first I thought they laid out an item here. Like, no, it's more ice cream. Yes. Okay, okay, I think that's a void. That's a teapot, I think. Okay, no, it's a cup. And then up here, ah, a bottle. Excellent. Excellent. And then that's probably like the top of pie. Yeah. Dude, so good, dude. So good. Even the surfboard. That's awesome. That's really neat. I love the pattern. I think those are like just like rugs or something like that. That's so good. Very, very clever. It's like, yeah, why does your surfboard have a bottom to it? Shut up. Just look at the front. Like, oh no, it's a great surfboard, buddy. It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah. How fun. Enjoying my time at the beach. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What else we got here? Oh, trash can. Okay, awesome. Okay, they got to empty that thing out, by the way. Like, yo. All right, so spice stand. Spices, veggies, cool stuff, fruitsies, and all that. Lots of stuff being sold at this spot. I'm cool with the ice cream, though. And over here, fortune telling shop. We got a boss who's here as well. Okay, let me read my stuff. So the question is, of course, am I going to get like the loot that I want from my void core today? Yes, no. And it's going to be like, I think it's definitely maybe. Yeah, definitely maybe. Great construction here, by the way. Like really strong vibes because you got like, you have like these dyed wood. It's all purpled out. But then you also have like purple curtains. For purple, we have one of those lilac drapes, one of those tailoring drapes that's up here too, to create that vibe. Very, very bright and colorful there. It looks like they had like the doorway being dressed up a little bit more with that bench. And then right next to it, something different. Drinks, baby. Oh, dude. Check out this drink. Ooh, that is intense. It looks like this kind of like frosted pina colada kind of thing, but they put a big old ice cream thing on top of that. Oh, nice. And the ice cream will quickly get into the drink, right? Because there's a whole ass lamp that's in there. So it's slowly melting the ice cream. Super smart. Super smart. Okay, maybe it's not a pina colada. Maybe it is like some sort of like because it feels like that's like chocolate almost, the way that framing is. I mean, I don't know if it is that, but it just looks like it. And that's the takeaway. Yeah, awesome construction on these things too. Because you have like this sort of like layered glass kind of structure here. And even this is being used as like a base. Yeah. So it's a great novelty glass. And a giant cakey. Holy cow. Happy oh thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's a big cookie cake. Look at that, dude. What? Okay, this is great. I got I got ice creams. I got folks saying happy birthday and all that. I got cakes. I got big old drinks. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, thank you guys. Shucks. Is this all four of you? So because I wanted y'all to take a bow too, show and show off for a second. You guys definitely helped to bring this build to life. I'm not even fully done yet. But yeah, since y'all are here. Yay. Eat the cake. Oh, I can eat the cake. Oh yeah, I'll eat the cake. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so much fun. This build must have been a lot of fun to put together. And it's so cool because it's like there's only so much room to work with when you're doing like these ooh, gift. When you're working with these like one room kinds of builds and all that. And then what actually how do these work? Holy crap. It's a it's a whole mount. Wait, do I even have this mount? I don't okay. Well damn. Wait, where did this go? Wait, so this wasn't like a rare drop, right? You got this. Okay, you can buy this from me. Oh, thank you. Nice. I got a mount for my birthday. That's sick. And now my head's frozen. Oh, even better. All right, let me eat the cake. Hold up. I can't eat the cake. Uh, wait. I can't click on the cake. What happened? Oh, it's okay. This is a role-playing game. Num 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 num. Delicious. Real true facts, ice cream cake is like my thing. I don't matter what flavor. If it's ice cream cake, oh, I'm so there. I'm so there. Yeah, great Bill. I'm jumping in the water now. So yeah, awesome stuff. Love the water work that's being done here. And we have like here. Yeah, okay, yeah, this works out. Fantastic shots. It's always great when you have a build that's can look good from like every angle and all that, or you can see things from like multiple perspectives and really get to enjoy it from like I said, every angle. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's an ube flavor. Ooh. Oh, it's been a while since I've had that. I know that Trader Joe's has like I think it's a decent one. Maybe it's been a while since I've tried like the ube flavored ice cream over at Trader Joe's, but like that was pretty good. Is the ice cream in a mage hat? Yes, it is. There's a sightseeing scope on the pier. Yeah, it's was it right here? Oh wow, that's good. Oh, that's intense. Check it. So they both have like the front and the back of it. So it's a complete thing. Neat. I'm not quite sure what these structures are though. This is oh, a hammer. Oh, okay, this is heavily kit bash, dude. So you got two hammers, and then here is like just I believe one of the lights. Yeah. That's intense. This is like pretty and then a couple of fence posts here being used as well. One more fence post is being used as a stand, one paving stone as the shape. That's neat. Yeah, good eye. Good eye. I missed that. Ah, How fun. Real fun. And now everyone's just like chilling, having their drinks, maybe having a smoke or whatnot. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you again for inviting me over. This is a very fun build. All right. All right. So now I am gonna. I probably will. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely gonna treat myself tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna get like my free Starbucks drink and all that. Today's gonna be a hot day though. So regardless of what's down here, I'm gonna run out and I'm gonna grab myself like some cold treats. Like Dee was like, "Oh, get yourself like a." So she's like, "Dude, get yourself a Jamba Juice, and then go to the nearby grocery store get yourself some ice cream." I'm like, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, hi again. Y'all want to do like one last shot? Yeah, we can do one last shot. It's all good. Grabbing a screenshot. Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, take your time. I'll be doing the same thing. Yay! Oh wow! Damn, Wild Soul. Thank you. So yeah, I'm sorry that alerts aren't showing up, but I'll definitely do a shout out for this one. Thank you for the $25 super chat. Been looking at your stuff for weeks. Seems a perfect time to pop out and wish you a happy birthday. I hope you get a steak. I'm really tempted. So, because like this weekend, Dee and I will do like a nice dinner somewhere. We're still deciding between um doing like a really like going out for steak or whatnot, or doing like this being at home and just having like chicken and fries. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, wings and fries. Yeah, chicken wings and fries. That's kind of the idea. So thank you folks once again. I'm about to teleport to our next spot. Good thing that the beach because the girl in the back really needs to get some sun. Dude, okay, she's looking sassy too. She's like, you have no idea. I've been out here forever. Gosh. All right, so let's head over to the next place. 16. Are we going? All right. See you, folks. Oh, that was you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I do comment, for outside of housing stuff, I do a lot of commentary, and a lot of the commentary or a lot of the job is to also listen to what other people are saying about stuff. Um, so a lot of it is just like listening to like salty comments and gripes and things like that. But there are things to listen to, and they help to inform a little bit on how people feel about the game. Now, for what I do, I run a guild. Um, I do like a spattering of keys and all that stuff. I raid and I do a lot of housing stuff. I feel so far and away separated from a lot of the discourse because like I never have trouble getting into a group. If I screw up, I don't have to worry about people like raging out. The guild within the guild we'll rib each other and all that stuff. But we don't get mad at each other and all that. And then otherwise I just do like housing stuff between on off nights, if that. So it's to me the WoW experience is like super chill, very relaxed, very cozy. It's fun. And I see a lot of discourse that comes from folks who are like super sweating over things and feelings of FOMO and wanting to get that dopamine fix and it's not happening as soon as it should. And all, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I remoted into my PCs to change the light. Oh, wow, that's very that's dedication. So I'll head over inside your place in just a bit, assuming that this is you. Let's see, it's Pedarius. Okay, so let's get to it. Somewhere here is the house. All right, folks, this is Pedarius's place. Now we're over in Founders, and somewhere is the house. Oh, actually, I think it's here. Here we go. Ah, nice. Okay, so here is the entrance to the lot. So, actually, no, we're in Razorwind. Oh, my bad. Yeah, so we're in Razorwind, and we're presented with like, okay, I'll stay low to the ground because we're kind of going through this sort of alleyway, this sort of street. You know, so it's almost like this sort of like paved part of town here in Razorwind. So here's the house looming. It's very intimidating. You know, when we're like this close to things. But I wanted to turn around here and see what's going on like inside the lot behind the fences, but just before the house. We have our place to chill and snack. Have some drinks, have some smokes and all that. And then through here, you know, these paving stones will take us into like something else. So we have like this, we have this Gilnean wagon over here that is presenting us with a person with stuff to sell. Actually, I think we could have seen it from the outside. So we'll make our way over there in just a bit. But yeah, it's this little carved out spot, nice and quiet. It's kind of like the back of a restaurant of sorts, right? So like here I am. Yeah, so if I was a tall person, and I am not a tall person, yeah, I gotta go up here like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm here to put in my order. Oh, snap. We can do this. I can manage this. Excellent. Okay, so I would climb up the top of that rod and then grab my goods, grab my food and all that. So again, it is a restaurant for tall people. That's what happens when I stay like this low. I kind of suffer for that. All right. So around the lot, we do have some greens on top of the platform. So while the illusion is kind of starting to fray a little bit, we still have, you know, we have this dressing of greens, fountain work behind us to kind of help fill up the space, even fences that take us almost all the way to the back of the lot, which is cool. We just ran out of budgets, I think. On the other side here, this seems to be closed off, but we do have it, again, filled out with greens to give it this kind of presentation here. So nice, clean look in this spot. And again, very compressed. You know, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room to look around too much, which I think is the intent. You know, they want to direct us into the space. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything on top on top of those towers. So let's head on inside. All right, this window here. Cool. By the way, you can remote out now. Now that I'm inside the house, it should stay together now. So thank you, by the way, for holding out for as long as you had to. So that way we can all enjoy this in the proper lighting. That's the kind of sucky thing. I hope that sometime soon we'll be able to actually save the state of our lighting, so that way if we want it to be like permanently dark or midnight or whatever, that we're able to do that. Where'd you get the black round sunglasses? Over on the horse, it's just a vendor thing. I forget exactly where, shucks, but let me tell you the name of these. And then if you want to do a Wowhead search really quick, Onyx Glare Reducers. And you can just buy them in town. They're cheapies. Very accessible. Kind of weird when you want to do green screen stuff, but very accessible. All right. So as soon as we head inside, very different vibe. You know, we're outside, it was like nice and bright and inviting, and then all of a sudden we're here and it's dark. And we have what feels like an illusion. So let's pretend that we're just like here, right? There's like a little dock that leads over to that mysterious house inside a cave. You know, it's kind of purpled out, mostly thanks to the lighting from this ethereal portal. That's giving that kind of like ominous vibe. But that boat's for little people. And we are not that little. We are taller people. So, this is a place for ants, and we are gods among them. So we go across, and like here's the actual like house. You know, it's a little hard to see, but I can kind of describe it for you in case it's hard to see on your guys' screen. We do have like a number of wagons being used. They can be kind of clipped together. This is attached to a gazebo that is walled up with different mirrors, along with more trellises to create like this sort of like mansion inside the corner of a cave vibe. Now, for all I know, it's like a dollhouse, perhaps, or it could be this like weird interpretation of having like this whole like mysterious house, and then here like now that it's like lit up again. But yeah, really neat vibe that's down here. You can turn it down. It's all right. I don't mind explaining like the construction of things. That is perfectly fine. And like down here, you know what? A little Murloc. Oh snap! What is going on there? Okay, so there's like some Warcraft stuff happening in there. The Murlocs, like they like murdered that gnome over there, and I think they're taking them into like the like a void portal of sorts because there's like the dark heart and everything. So it's almost like we're kind of playing out a sort of scenario, um, but deadly and cute. All right, so let's climb up. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the notes here are suggesting, but well, we'll explore. This is a very explorative build, you know, because we're in this cave, we're starting this climb, and as for what we're climbing up into, hard to tell. Hard to tell. So we're climbing up, and we have like evidence of like lived inness, but we also have different paths available to us. We can climb up. We can go through that PvP door. We can go through the shroud. Instinct tells me go through the shroud because it's kind of to the left. And I think I chose right, but at the same time, what a shift. All right, from cave to suddenly teleporting outside, kind of. We're in this sort of like foyer. Yeah, I kind of like how the cave stuff kind of spills in too, as if the transition, you know, it's kind of encroaching. You know, so in here, inside this blood elf kind of style spots, place to sit in somewhat isolation, no windows, nothing like that. It's just a place to kind of keep it down, keep quiet. So it's a bit of a private spot. You could almost call it a prison of sorts. It's like, yes, this is where our guests stay. Go ahead and wait here while while we wait for something to happen. But then we're locked in. But maybe not. This part happens to be a bit more inviting. Some snacks, things to read, and all that. But what are we led to outside here? Go through the gate last. Okay, I went through the shroud. Okay, I'll go through the gate last. And then out here, what the heck? It's okay. Oh, okay. At first I thought it was like a spaceship of sorts. So huge platform that's coming from the compass there. But we come out here. So we're gonna come out and kind of like look around here. We have this grand climb setup. Ooh, wow. What a looming structure here. And very expensive because looks like they bought a number of those additional trellises there. I'm sorry, gazebos with additional walls up there too. So we'll check out what's going on up there. Let's explore like down here first. Things are walled off to totally preserve like the illusion of being in like this sort of like courtyard area. And then down here, curiously enough, a portal to take us to outside. But we ain't going outside yet. We're gonna explore. Great shaping, by the way. You know, because you have these nice rounded shapes that's coming here, which is a little bit hard to do with these walls. A lot of the times you'll have like these sharp angles and all that, which are hard to avoid. But now we're going up this grand climb. Well done on the stairs. And this upper level here, we can enjoy like all the work that went into, oh, very interesting. Very interesting, because you have like these fireplaces that are just being, you know, it's just using the non-fire part of the fireplace. So it's just being used as like kind of like wall decor on top of all of these different gazebos. And then the other eyes have this sort of lived inness up here, place to sit, enjoy some snacks, and curiously enough, a kind of rugged totem fire sort of dealing. Now there's something there though. I'm very curious. So let's I'm gonna jump through these booths if I can. No, maybe not. So we'll go around one booth area, past the, okay, actually these are really big fireplaces. Super embiggen. But now we're gonna make our way across the magic rugs. And then finally up here to another gazebo. And through this shroud, we have a battle station. Nice. Kind of random, but this is pretty cool. So here we have, oh wow, we have a lot of buttons. What are these? Table lamps. Over and over and over again. Wow. Wait, is this the actual, is that an accurate number of keys? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a full keyboard. You even have your 10 key on the side. Oh, that's good. World first. An actual 10 key keyboard. There's your space bar. There's the 0 key right there. Excellent work on this battle station. Never mind the rest of it. Yeah, so there's like the tower and all that. There's the mic. I'm gonna say that's their microphone, or smoke, whatever. But I'm gonna say microphone. They even got food. Oh, that's the worst. This is a terrible idea. Yo, what's up, guys? Streaming, blah, blah. We're here for a 6-hour stream. What's up, chat? Hope everyone's doing great. I'm going to take a bite of my fish now. Chomp, chomp, chomp. And then like 5-6 hours later, oh, this place is going to get rank. Oh, man. That's rough. That's rough. The only way they'll be able to like get that out is if they take this and smoke the heck out of it. You know, they got their paper, they got the they got the greens and all that stuff. So get nasty, because it's gonna get nasty up in here. You got to open these drapes at some point, otherwise you're in trouble. These Murgles are gonna fall over dead. So fun setup there. And again, great work on the keyboard. That's fantastic. All right, so we're going to drop our way down. And we're going to retreat back. We're going to avoid the gate. And we will proceed. So, we're through here. That is the gate. Right? And that leads us into who knows what. But now let's climb. Let's climb. Oh, okay. So we got 2 paths already. Okay, so above us is a cherry blossom tree. I saw the petal. But now we're going through here into another skybox room. Oh, interesting. So going through here, past some of the vehicle work, and what do we have? So this again feels like kind of like a model of sorts, or it's for Murlocs because I see blood over there. Um, big train. We have like the illusions of like hills, kind of. That's thanks to the stables. Okay, I got to see what the bloodstain's all about. Who got nailed? Something got nailed, and perhaps the body was taken away. Got to hide the evidence. Azeroth doesn't do DNA testing or nothing like that. I don't remember anything in Warcraft that has to do with like, ooh, based on this blood, I think it's such and such. I don't think we've seen anything like that. But out here we have this, you have this outside presentation, but it includes a mystery. The mystery of what the heck happened with that cart. Now these hostas look a little suspicious. Let's see if I'm right. Oh snap! So okay, okay. So okay. So this is animal. Okay. So these Murgles are doing some sort of animal sacrifice. Now downstairs we saw a thing with void stuff. Up here we're seeing scourge stuff, right? So something's happening. Things are kind of coming together, right? So let's keep exploring and figure out if there's a mystery, or if I'm just gonna make something up out of thin air. So, no, not a murder mystery. There's clearly like an agenda. These Murgles, oh, they're up to shenanigans. They're up to no good. So let's find out. Now we're gonna do this. I'm very curious. There's like a window there. Not sure where that leads to yet. Might not be anything, but you never know. We're gonna keep climbing up this very, very windy cave. This is a heck of a climb. We make our way up. We have like one break here, and we happen to be in another skybox room. Okay, oh no, is this the same skybox room? I'm not sure. It might be the same one. But then out here we have an overlook of, okay, so overlook of the town. That's really good, actually. Yeah, so we pan back some. Oh, there's even more up top. Holy cow. Okay, so I think we can climb some more. Can we? Let me see. Yeah. So here is where perhaps we can come out. Right? Now we have like this sort of platform-ish kind of thing. And then we come out here. Oh jeez, this is a heck of a climb, dude. Very cool though. This has this whole house on top of a hill sort of vibe. Oh, I fell. Uh-oh. Let's work on that. Yeah, this has this whole house on top of a hill kind of vibe. That's neat. I like this. Very mysterious. Very looming too, with the way the shaping all comes together. I like this. And somehow there's a well. It's magic, whatever. But yeah, kind of funny that there's a well back here. But yeah, I like it. It has this. Now the cherry blossom tree, it's very bright and festive and all that. Otherwise, this whole vibe has this really strong air of mystery. Yeah. Now, can we see what's inside this house? Because there's ramps that suggest I can go inside, and I can. Ah, so we have this very lived-in spot. Booksies, washing stuff, foods, and all that. Yeah, very filled out. And then we go across, so we can, effectively explore this house. We go across, and we have like a number of things here. We have some small creatures that live here. Perhaps the Murgles that live here. Because I'm a little big here, right? Here, but not too big. And then there's the boss. Hey! So the boss of the house is here, but no signs of murder. So at least for now, hey boss, uh, thanks for having me. But yeah, so far they seem to not have an involvement with these murders or with these sacrifices, I should say, because the one that's directly below us, that was just an animal, right? So perhaps that was just an animal sacrifice. Um, but below, there was a gnomish murder. So I'm thinking they're related, but we'll have to see. All right, so we're making our way down again, and then so I went through here. That was the lower part of the skybox room. That's where we came from. Here's the, and then now we're going through the gate. Yes. All right. So now we're in kind of this normal sized area, but things are still very tight, going through lots of greens. All of a sudden it's midnight in here. Things got creeped out. And we have one way through. That is through this door. I'm very curious about the notes here. But I'm not going to read them out to you yet, because it won't make any sense at all. All right, so we're going through into this house. So we're going through this house, and then we're led outside what looks to be like a town build. So I'm going to climb up here first. Past the drugs, past that stuff. We'll climb up into this bedroom spot. Got some Horde branding. Hey, for the Horde. Awesome. And then, okay, this also leads us out. So now we are outside. Holy moly. Okay. Now I can read the notes. The notes say you can get inside the airplane. Somewhere up there is an airplane. Okay, oh wow, cool. We got little rickshaws taking us places. So this reminds me of this other build that I saw. Very different. This has a very Warcraft theme to it. The other place, it looked like a city block. It was insane. But it was like this huge build inside of a skybox room, and we're seeing it again. Oh, this is crazy. All right, so let's explore the town, shall we? So we came from here. That was the entrance. So we have a shop for like delicious things, groceries and all that. No, it's a restaurant. There we go. So we get ourselves checked in into this spot. Food is out. So it has this live feel to it. Imagine the place filled with people, and folks are like doing their thing. They're eating, they are conversating, they're making deals and all that stuff. Whether it's seated or not, I don't know. Here's the restaurant kitchen. We got ghosties that are doing their thing. Here's the person that was like selling stuff. So I kind of feel bad for these folks. These are like, NPC kinds of characters. They never move. They are stuck to their job for all of eternity. So in a way, these guys are they're stuck with their jobs for, well, eternity. Sucks to be them. Or what's being depicted here are just NPCs, characters and all that. That could be a thing too. Over there, that appears to be kind of like a gateway into Dalaran of sorts. Here we have places, stuff to enjoy here as well. No NPC there though. Oh, even for a skybox room, like these sorts of builds sprawling because we have like multiple floors to explore. A lot of the times, for example, here you got like multiple rooms that are serving us different things. In this case, herbs, drugs of some sorts, concoctions, potions, what have you. And on theme too, you have a little Botani person who is doing that. So very thoughtful on the choice of of prey NPCs to use. All right, so we were here. We explored a little bit behind us. I believe the boss went through here, so that might be a place to eventually go to, because they're going somewhere. Potty over there. Anything around this corner? One mysterious light. So, very curious how the Ilaria statue is turned over there. The mystery continues. Dun dun dun. Will it pan out? No idea. But let's see. I think this is going to be like a dead end. This is a dead end. Okay. So that leads us into future adventure. So I believe I believe back there is like my only path forward. I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything else. So we are going to start climbing. Right through here, some captured animals and such. Some barracks, and then we can start climbing up that trap door. Pretty crazy. Yeah, so like, yeah, very lived in spot with this town. It's, like I said, it's alive. A lot of things happening. Actually, I was able to access here from the other side. Okay. So now we're definitely going to start climbing up. And then here's our, okay, just a mailbox. At first I was thinking, ooh, void stuff. Not quite. But yeah, it looks like trash and other items are being collected here. But now we can climb up some more. Up with the trap door. I'm going to close that guy. Oh, what a cool vibe. It's like, it's this creepy town of sorts where we have like this, pretty cool collection of stuff. But it also has this air of mystery. Part of it is thanks to the midnight lighting. Some of it thanks to the very subtle lighting that you see here. It's very sparse. Yeah, like these low glows. Having some gallows here on the side, that doesn't help. That way everyone from above and below can see what's going on. This is extremely reckless because it's like shunk, and then you get splatter and whatnot that might drip down, and that's just gross, dude. That's just gross. It's like, yo, it's execution time. And then people will be like, okay, all right, son, you should stand here when it's time for the thing. Oh, why is that, Dad? Because some idiot put a damn drape over the thing. So when, the dude gets beheaded, it bounces off and then drops onto the ground and it gets all over the place. It's terrible. You don't want to get that stuff on you. I don't want you to get sick, Okay, Dad. So very brutal stuff that's happening here, at least every now and then. We don't know how frequent these things are happening. So right through here, another living space, nice and easy. All the minimal stuff that we need to, again, give that whole illusion of a town. The other day, I was going through a build where it was a town build, but they focused on particular set pieces. So all the houses, or all these little apartments, they were all closed off. Like they were just facades. They were fake doors. They didn't really lead anywhere. But then they focused on like certain things, and so that would be something to maybe consider doing for these kinds of builds. So that way, the designer doesn't have to worry about filling out the space and trying to carve things out and all that stuff. They can just leave it as a facade, like have these doors that don't really open. That way, you can use that budget on like other things, spectacles and things like that. Now, other times, of course, people want to have this whole city feel, and so of course it's your choice. But I would say, like, if someone's trying to strike a good balance between one thing and another, I think you can probably get away with sacrificing, these little apartments. And we have blood. So, something happened here. While someone was enjoying delicious ribs and all that, they got stabbed, they got murdered. Or that's wax dripping from the candles. But no, I'm going to say murder happened here. Now, we're not far from those gallows there. They could have just grabbed someone and dragged them over and finished them off. That may or may not be the case. Let's come this other apartment little area. Very tight space. Oh, and look at that. They got their own battle station set up as well. Not nearly as extensive as the bosses, but yeah, they got something. So this town of gamers. All right. So let's continue the exploration. I see the open door there. I'm pretty sure that's where the boss went through. And so we're going to wait on that. Let's see what's in here first. Right through here. Another bedroom. Very nice. All right. And now I think we're ready to proceed this way because this will be progression. Yes. Let's climb. We climb up a sort of like closet space, and let's see, we'll climb up these table ramps here. Table, 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 table. Whatever works, dude. Dude, this place is sprawling, man. So now we're still not quite at the top yet, but we have come quite a long way. Oh boy. All right, so we went through that golden door. And okay, what's immediately here? Oh, not the boss, but we have an offering to. It's a barbershop. I'm going to say this is a barbershop of sorts. Because I'm here, right? I'm in front of a mirror. There's a glaive right there. So I guess they can reach over, or they have like little teleconnect powers or something like that. And then they're able to do their work on me, splash me up and everything, doll me up. That's cool. No, I dig that. So now, unlike some of the other rooms, that this one is very like built out. You know, to kind of tell that story. I think that's neat. Okay, now that's the plane. So I believe I can just kind of. So I'm just gonna save the plane for last, and I'll explore like all the other rooms first. So right through here, storage area. All right, for all the drinkies. I'm guessing this is a bar. Maybe. Nope. It is a public bathroom. Or, yeah, public bathroom. Complete with toilets and bath. And I think that happens to be from a wagon. It's just kind of like, blast. Yeah, so there it is. There's the wagon. It just it happens to be blasting through, which, you know, we'll just go ahead and be like, okay, that's a thing. All right, so let's go across. Actually, no, let's go up here. Let's see what's up at this elevation. You know, what's cool about this town is how it's just kind of like put together. It's not like a city planner came together and be like, all right, we're going to have this here. We're going to have this here. We're going to have this here. It's like, no, it's like it has the vibe of a town that grew into this. You know, it started off as like, okay, it started off in this lower area. And then they built on top of it. And then they built on top of it. And then they built on top of it. And then now there's a plane. But I think that has like that cool natural vibe to it. And looks like there's just like a lot of debauchery and you know, just a lot of chilling happening here. A lot of places that people are like smoking, drinking, doing their thing. So let's, I think we're ready now to cut across, right? Actually, let me look at here again. I don't think I was able to crawl through here, right? Oh, yeah, we could. Oh, awesome. Sweet. Okay, so we were in fact able to bust through here and check out this lower area where we can sleep. We can use our very tiny hands and do inscription stuff. But at the end, at least we have that sort of like lived-in feel. So I guess I'm gonna drop down from here. I don't think I have much choice. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I could have walked through here across the Skilnian bench. There's the plane. Sorry, like I think I have most of my orientation now. I'm like shooting my camera all over the place. And then up here is where the armory is. All right. So if things hit the fan, you got to run all the way upstairs to grab your arms. But then also perhaps here, okay, actually this is the inscription spot. Okay. So it's like you have a lot of the productivity happening out here too. So now you're seeing like little evidence of things that suggest different professional work that's being done. Tailoring and enchanting is being done there. Leatherworking stuff happening here. I think we're climbing up a gazebo. Yeah, gazebo. That's where the stairs happen to come from. That's kind of neat. Keep going across. We have what feels like jewel crafting stuff. Maybe, kind of. Yep, there it is. Jewel crafting side. Yeah, jewel crafting stuff is happening there. We were there, and I think we are finally ready to enter the plane. All right, so check out the engine work on this thing. Brazier engines. We have little coffin lids as the as the tail wings. That's so funny. Then as we go in, let me close that guy. That's a total cargo plane kind of feel, dude. We climb up these shelves. Oh, they even have a side door. That's brilliant. And then finally up here, there is the captain. I'll be your second. And here's the cockpit. Now, are we coming or going? I feel like this has to be like the kind of craft that has a vertical takeoff and landing sort of thing. And then here's like where it kind of like launches from. Oh, this is disorienting. It's hard to see like where I'm like climbing down. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Here, can I zoom out some more? Oh no, I'm already at the roof of the build. Oh, maybe I can. Nope. I think this is as high as I can get. Yes. So, but what we have up front, which is pretty cool, we have like the double. Is it a double? No, it looks like a single greenhouse shape. So it's kind of cool how it has this semi-transparent bottom to it. That I find that pretty neat. I've seen a number of like shows that do something like similar to that, where you have like, you're at the nose of the plane or the airship or whatever it is, but then below it things are like I think of like Marvel, like their helicopter or whatever, that those giant hovercraft things. I think those also have that same sort of vibe where you have like the transparent glass that's under this. Yeah, this build was all over the place. This is crazy. I love the town build though. Too bad we couldn't find out like the whole murder mystery of things yet, but I'm gonna guess that they did it. They did it, and it's like, oh, hey, so it's time to go. It's time for us to like fly away. We're like, okay, we'll go, and that's us just fleeing the scene. Yep. So now it seems like there's just a number of things happening here. This is just an unsafe town, right? It's seedy. There's all sorts of like use of like substances and all that stuff. Way below us, below the town, actually, that there's like murder and sacrificing going on and all that. So this place needs the law. Yeah, this place needs a paladin's touch to bring safety back to this place. Cool town though. It has a cool vibe. Again, it has that whole feel of, it kind of grew into this. But it's also a town with problems and all that. So great build. A lot of fun. I think I've seen everything, right? Yeah, you get inside the airplane. I think I went through like each of the rooms. Very cool. Whew, okay. And we got one more spot for the day. All right, and I'll teleport over and I'll be right back. 27, right? Yep. Oh, thank you for sticking around. Sounds like you're at work and all that, so I appreciate it. I'll be right back. Oh, that's big. Um, that's some big rocks. All right. Oh, shit, I didn't even check if there's news. Like, dude, nice. Okay, so they finally announced it. So next Tuesday during basically during the long wait, um, starting at 10 a.m. We're going to get the candy, the cotton candy Murgle. Another one, dude. There's like 40 of these, man. So, yep, and I'll take it. So we got some of that going on, and then is it just the Murgle that's happening? Yes. Cool. So we have yet another Murgle that we'll be able to pick up. Awesome. Thought you were able to say cotton candy decor. I was gonna. Well, I mean, it is cotton candy colored. Actually, is it really though? Is this cotton candy? You know, because cotton candy is like anything, right? I've had pineapple cotton candy. I've had, blue stuff. I've had pink stuff. I've had yellow, red, purple. Yeah. But they went with cotton candy. That's cool. Sweet. But yeah, it's going to happen next week on Tuesday. I will be here, of course, doing visits and tours and all that stuff. This is going to be during the long reset or the long maintenance. And so I'll be doing a long stream that day. Hopefully realms will be up and all that, but otherwise we're just going to keep doing visits until realms are back up, and then we'll enjoy ourselves throughout the day. So all right, we have one more visit for today. All right, folks, this is Plague Orchid's place. We're over in Founders, and they cover the heck of. Okay, actually, I think I know what's going on here. I remember. This is I found this very unique when I was doing the checks. This is actually the path inside. You actually go through that emptied out log, which I guess is part of this area in Founders. And then here's like the lot, and then they have the house right here. So they intended to make this, like as part of the entrance. Before that, though, let's explore around the spots, right? You have these big Herondar stones that are comprising most of the skinning here. But of course, up top, you have this big Herondar hat. Lots and lots of greens on both sides, and also up here you have this back door with more Herondar windows, doors, and whatnot. Let's climb up though. Now Herondar is cool. They got some really awesome shapes. Very different. It's like otherworldly, but it's still Azeroth, right? Like I love the mushroom hats. I believe this is a gazebo that's being used there, and then you have like your other basic greens that are of different like colors. Big variety that you have up top here, along with the big purple greens. Purple greens, yeah, that makes sense. that make up the area towards the front entrance there. So let's go through the intended path here. See how this works. So we'll zoom in. We'll go through this hollowed out tree, and then we're presented to the front of the house like this. Ta-da! Okay, it's pretty, and yet it's kind of scary. Which I guess is what Herondar kind of is, right? It's a little bit of both. So here's what that shape is. You know, you have this very intimidating shape that's on top of the flag. All right. And then you have other shapes here that are being used. You know, they've been, fused in and everything, but it creates this sort of like solid shape to help frame the front door. And you can kind of see, hey, this is a night of house that we have there. But let's head on inside and see what there is to explore. The description here, all it says is theme. That's it. Just theme. But oh boy. And what we have here is this. This is crazy. This semi-underground. We are entering Herondar, buddies. Dirt and greens, and well, more dirt and greens. I hope there's no hidden doors that are behind the dirt. Otherwise, I'm going to get super lost. So as soon as we come in, we're just transported into another world. You know, we climb up these blankets. Okay. We climb up this bridge, and we're taken across, and we can soak in the vibes, the sounds and smells that come from this spot. Very intense. Like the colors are bright. We'll go through this arch, and things kind of like open up even more. And yeah, this is fun. This feels fun. It's like a Herondar Barrow Den style of place. So I'm gonna say this is a Herondar Druid. Yeah. Check out the shapes and the murals that come together like this. So you have not here. I want to. Oh, I can't click it. I can't get past it because I believe that's a certain stone, but I'm unable to click it because for some reason I think there's like. Okay, here we go. It's a scroll. That's making that sort of shape. So it's a number of these scrolls. These are crafted, by the way, but it's also being kind of like combined with these murals, also crafted, by the way. So really intense. So there's the entrance where we came from. We go over here. This is sort of like I don't know. This is like a check-in place of sorts because this has like this feels like a window. We can throw down weapons and whatnot as we're invited in. We go around, you know, so the place is not chaotic, but it is very, naturally carved out. So they're carving out spaces for bits of civilization here. Yo, let's have a seat. Let's have some drinks. Let me bring in some stuff that I brought in from the normal world, or from the outsiders world, that sort of thing. Great work here, though. There is no floor in this house so far. I kind of don't expect to see regular floor. We are going to climb different objects like tables and ramps and whatnot, using the tops of fountains as part of the structure as well. So here we are at this kind of second level, and it looks like it's kind of the top level. But yeah, I love the way that the ceiling work is done here. A number of objects that are kind of like peeking through. I mean, you have greens that come out. That feels natural. But then what feels unique, something that I haven't really seen much of at all before, is how you see like these Herondar greens peeking through, encroaching around the rocks, or maybe at some point, breaking the rocks, breaking right through. Very cool. And like the colors contrasting with the rock, super pronounced. Now, of course, on this side here, you have a little bit of Night Phase slash Calderai stuff coming through. You have these gentle, notice the contrast here. You have these kinds of more gentle colors, these purples, light purples coming through. Great work with the waterfall, by the way. But then we pan back around again, and we see just like how Herondar decor pops really hard. So it kind of goes to show you just the difference between what's on the surface and then what goes on below, which can feel very alien, and it does in a lot of ways. Then here we have a player-made wall mural of sorts, just a bunch of rugs, bunch of pillow cushion things. Right down here, there is I believe that's a Dranithus crystal that's being captured. And then here's one of our first signs of life-ish. We have one Snuffle, who is probably doing some jewel crafting work. They are very talented. Well done for them. I'm happy for their accomplishments. So I'm going to pan back across, and okay, this is a big shape, actually. What is this? These are upside down hammocks. Oh, so this is another first for me, I think. I haven't seen it used like this. So on its side, it has this feel of, these ropes that are trying to contain like all these other greens or whatnot, as if it's like trying to burst through or something like that. That's neat. That's a neat little story it's telling us. So let's climb up now. Oh, really cool vibes. Like this whole underground cave slash jungle sort of vibe. And then down here, okay, so that's the okay, is it that? I'm not quite sure what's making that glowy effect, but it's neat. It's very cool. But yeah, we're going across here, climbing through these flowers. And I actually, no, this is the underside of a gazebo, actually. Yeah, here are the legs of the thing, I think. And I think there's like a number of these. Because now we're going through like, yeah, because we're seeing like the top and bottom of both of these, as well as the legs. That's neat. That's cool. That has this cool natural vibe to it. Oh, man. Very creative. And so now we enter here. This, the closest thing that we've seen to a floor so far. For the moment. Yeah, great scenes here. Because what are we having? Foods, snackies, and all that. Big old tables for like more stuff. So they went all out to purchase like all sorts of different foods to present in this grand dining spot. Lots of stuff here. It's like here's like a great shot. It's like it's a mess in a way. It feels chaotic, but it's really, really pretty. You think a Herondar build is hard to pull off? I don't know. I feel like it's not so bad because if we break down what's going on here, we have a very spacious build. We have a lot of room here, and then surrounding it, large objects, forges, pots, waterfall thingamajiggers, table on the side, and then lots of greens of different assortments. And then here we just have the center of a table. The floor is what's helping to fill out the build. You buy a bunch of these, you win. It's it's that versatile. It's that strong yeah, it's very strong with how it helps to fill out spaces. Now, of course, you also have like the rocks here and all that stuff to create this vibe. Um, but I think every time I've seen Herondar heavy rooms, and this is probably the most Herondar house that I've seen yet. Uh, they come out really really well every time. Now here in this case we have paths left, right, and center. Now up above us is a very strong void depiction. So the void's just kind of leaking in at this point. So things are not looking so great in this place. But without knowing where to go, we're going to go left first. Past these objects here. Oh, barrels. So it's cool because like these are like barrels that are so versatile. They could be used as like these kinds of like, I don't know, jumping pads or the tops of mushrooms and what have you. And we're climbing through what is basically a cave, but it's lined really hard with the Herondar greens. And we enter this sort of like office sort of spot. Things being done, stuff brought in from the outside. And kind of like what goes great with all Herondar flavor, you'll notice there are things that they're avoiding. Like they're not really keen on like thin doorways. We have this as a doorway, but it's not very like thick. And no actual doors. And this is actually pretty sprawling. So here we have like this big bed setup. This structure has been made to be like quite a bit bigger. Where we can come in, we sleep, do our thing. And I think this actually might be a quarter that I'm sorry, a wing that is comprised of multiple living quarters. So you can see here you have like some bed setups, like right up here. Here's like a reptar that's like sleeping and hanging out. Here is a sort of like bathing area. This might be a toilet. I have a feeling this is a toilet. Yes, it is. So another first for me, a bona fide Herondar bathroom. I mean, check out the tank on this thing. It's like a living plant or something like that. So am I really pooping in the toilet or am I feeding this thing? It could be that. It could be that. So I think that's very neat. It's compound. Yeah, dude. So, you know, we're all, something, something circle of life and all that. So, yeah, really great build. It's just throw down more greens. More greens. If you see any evidence of like a floor, fill it up, get rid of it. Can't be seen. But also, like, there's some pretty intense parts that are being used. Like, there's a lot of these crafted murals that are being used. That adds up. That's a lot of lumbering that's happening here. So here's our very chill spots. Maybe it's a place to sleep too, but we're here, we're smoking, having a good time. Roof is low, so you have like the smells that are, you know, that are being trapped here, but also given like all the water work and everything that's happening here, I have a feeling that it's also very airy here. So anytime there's like smells or whatnot, it's probably going to travel through this whole space pretty quick, I imagine. Not gonna lie, it looks like a butt. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. I mean, there's it's such a crazy collection of shapes that I, I miss things for sure. All right. So so we came from there. So I think we're going to go this way now. Maybe, perhaps. Going through rocks, another mural setup right there. Crazy. And then through a shroud. And now we have this kind of, it's a concert hall. Okay, now we're very much at chill spots. So here we go. We're just gonna sprawl across the ground. Blah! Right there. Barely lean up, have ourselves a drink or whatnot. Jam that hookah tube into our mouths and just listen to the tunes. And they did some pretty crazy setup. They went ahead and made the whole kit bash guitar setup. For those who are not too familiar with it, one of the first major kit bash things that was put together during early access blew minds as to what folks are capable of. And we've come a long way, but still, it's nonetheless a very impressive piece comprised of like little treasure chests here and there, Hearthstone mats that are being used for the strings most of the time, elven shelves and different elven shapes to create the designs. Really great work. Really, really great work. All right. Yeah, this is definitely a place to like, chill. And I notice here too, like you have a little bit of an elevation up here. So that way, like any of the smoke and whatnot stays trapped in here. And they also included the shroud too, so that way the smoke doesn't like get too far out there. So there's a lot of hot boxing happening in the concert room. Even the band is like, whoa, they're getting blazed up. So let's go this way now. I believe this is the last wing for us to check out. We'll see where this ends up taking us. An art room. All right. So again, let's relax, get ourselves loosened up, right? And then we'll just grab a brush, get some paints, take a deep breath. I love how this is being used as like an artist easel. These natural, uh, these natural structures here. It's a bird perch. Just a thing. Haven't really seen this used. Yeah. So I mean, there's lots and lots of new furniture or new decor that's come out with this expansion. We haven't really seen used yet. And it's just it's a merely a question of when are you going to put something together. I think that's very, very creative, very neat. And check it up top here. Very good. These are all hammocks, all of it hammocks being used for a roof. That's sick. That's so good. I love it. I love it. Because now we have like just check out the overhead. Now we have this cool natural shot. I can see a lot of people using this for different things. If they wanted to use it for like a large roof or like a small section an area. Yeah. So very, very creative use. Well done with that. All right. So I don't know if the boss of the house is here, so I'm not entirely sure if I've seen everything. We're gonna explore a little bit, just kind of like cover our bases, make sure that we've seen everything. So I think we have seen like the end of each of these hallways. I don't think I was able to like go anywhere right from here because these things don't open. Yeah. And then from here, we have like these little kinds of hallways, but then what's, okay, maybe this is the thing. Huh, nope, maybe not. How about that? Nope. Now the thing is, in a build like this, it would be very hard for me to find like secret rooms because you got to go behind these greens and everything. And there's like no guarantee that these greens will lead me anywhere. Or like trying to walk through certain things. Although it looks like it, And you're right. They look like butt cheeks now. Great. Way to ruin me. Way to ruin my humble Christian stream. Gosh. It was so clean. Can I look at it with an inky black? Yeah, I can do that. First, let me explore the rest of the spot. I want to make sure that I cover everything first. And then I'll turn it on just to humor ourselves a little bit. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate it. You couldn't see it. All right, so going through this one hallway here, this kind of like L-shaped space, and then we return here. So we're at the top of the elevations and all that. We climb down, 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 into this spot here. This isn't like a thing, right? Nope, not a shroud. And then here we return to the entrance. Yeah, great build. Do I have inky blacks on me? Nope, I do not. Can I pop juice in here? Okay, I can. Do you have inky blacks on you? I do. Now, will this change any? Oh, it will change things, actually. Yeah, it should. Nope. This didn't change a damn thing. Okay, it's slightly darker. Yeah, it's a little darker, but like that's about it. And it's on. Yeah. Nice try, Inky Black. But while it does make things feel a little darker, I think the Armillary would have done a more extensive job of darkening things out. Yeah. Oh well. Nice try. I can tell it's darker though, so it didn't do nothing. It just didn't do a whole lot. All right. It's a lot of marl, by the way, to grab this much stuff. Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. Thank you for showing us plus, and a big thanks to everyone, not just today, but this whole week, for those who had signed up and showed us their incredible, incredible builds. As always, it's a treat, and I appreciate everyone who joined us for this. Um, yeah, like I was saying before, it really shows how WoW feels really different depending on like the things you do and the things that you focus on. Like some folks will look at a build like this and they'll bitch. Oh my god, you got to spend like a bajillion years. You know, I have to farm up like what 40,000 Voidlight Marl. That's so stupid and blah 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 blah. And it is a lot of work that goes into it. But it's not so different from working really hard to get your PvP rating up or to get your IO score thing up so you can get that reward, and you're grinding, and you're working it. So I think some of the critiques from those folks come from a certain mindset of housing should be like this free thing that we just get everything and then we decorate, and it's not something that we should put work towards doing. And that's not bad feedback, by the way. It's not bad feedback, because there are other players out there as well who are like, no, we should just be given all the gear. Just give it to us. Don't make me have to work for it. Let me just like have what I want, and then I can just get right into whatever end game I want to do. But that's not where we're at. Reflections of builds like these and other things, we see two different kinds of hard work happening. One, it's folks who are very focused on cosmetic collections, and so they know what to do to get Voidlight Marl. For those who know how to get it, easy, easy. They breathe that stuff in, and from there they're able to get like all the things they want, and they already bought everything they want, and now it's just extra, so they can buy like multiples of everything. You know, but then there's also like the talent that goes into these builds. It's not just and it comes in so many different forms, from the layout of things, like, hey, what sort of sprawling build do I want to make for myself, versus the talent of shaping the core and resizing it to be like the orientation that you want it to be, to the overall like story and planning that you want to put together. Like, what sort of thing do you want to tell in this room? Like, okay, yeah, cool, this is the bathroom. This is like the whole open air bathroom, fully accessible, very, not really much on the idea of like doorways and things like that. Yeah. So these are great. What housing is delivered has been awesome, awesome, awesome. This coming Monday, I think I'll have to double check just to keep an eye on socials. I'm going to be sitting down with a podcaster, and I'll be doing a key, but I'll also be talking about housing for the most part. They're like, "Hey, what's up? Do you want to do an interview? We're just gonna do keys, and we'll do an interview." I'm like, I'm gonna be really bad at uh doing both at once, so I hope that you guys carry me really hard in this key. But also, I'm not really big on like PvE content these days, or at least not high end PvE content. He's like, no, 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 it's cool. I want to talk to you about housing. I'm like, okay, I'm your guy. Let's talk housing. So, heck yeah. I engaged on the WoW systems and all the WoW systems, etc. And for me, I want to spend time working on my house, which, as you know, takes hours versus spending so much time farming the housing currencies. I mean, that's kind of the point I'm making. Is people are working hard at not just playing the game and like being good at like dungeons and stuff, but they also got the gear to get it. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and so that's kind of what I'm sort of emphasizing here is that folks who are things like this isn't casual gameplay. This is not, oh, this is just chill, cozy vibes. This is like not, this isn't real. Wow, this isn't real gameplay. This is hardcore shit that's happening here. And, that is the lens that I'm looking at this through. Um, so that's where I'm kind of coming from when people have those sorts of reactions to this sort of thing. Turned on my houses several times when I've gotten inspirations from streams like mine. Oh, I hope that you kind of recorded some of that for posterity. One rapid housing is what I want to do. I'm capped at both. I don't want to demolish them, so I'm a bit stuck. Yeah, that part sucks. No joke. Um, the the storage limits, obviously that sucks because people who want to have like if they want to experiment a lot with different builds of very different flavors, that's tough because you're going to run out of space. And then you got to start making sacrifices that you really don't want to and really shouldn't have to make, I don't think. You've seen the interviews, it's a fun series, dude, keeps it light. Cool. People that don't do housing simply don't get the amount of work we do. No, I don't think they do. I don't mind having to put in some work, but I hope they take a second pass at some of the requirements for things in older content. Some of the achievements he needs to do are kind of crazy ask for some of the core. I agree, but at the same time, they're just there now. They're just there now. And at least so far, they haven't added more stuff yet. And so I'm going to be very curious what they're going to do in the future. So, for example, we don't have a whole lot of stuff from Shadowlands at all. Horror scream, whatever. There's a lot of cool things that came from Shadowlands, but there's very, very little that has been turned into the core, and I want it. A lot of Revendreth stuff, a lot more Nightface stuff, Bastion stuff, Maldraxxus stuff. Give me something edgelordy and badass looking. I want like these dark rocks and skulls and all sorts of other things. Hell, I wouldn't mind having things from like Zereth Mortis and all that too. These like really crazy sharp shapes that we can do like cool things with and kit bash together. Very little on that front. So when they do bring that stuff in, how's it going to come in? Is it going to be behind like ridiculous legacy achievements? Are they going to add like more stuff? Is it going to be available? Well, hey, you just got to throw down and buy it with anima, things like that. So I guess there's like a certain respect that they're trying to give to like the older game too. They're imagine if they added 10 times the, if they amounted like way more decor with all these requirements, that'd be kind of a lot. So obviously right now there is a lot more decor that comes from Founders Point, and that come from the neighborhoods than anything else. You can make very extensive stuff from just that. So when it comes to like some of the legacy decor, personally, this is just me speaking for me, I'm not too what's the word? I'm not too empathetic to the whole grind of legacy content because it's just there now. And what's the rush? Like there is no, oh, I better do this before the end of the season, otherwise all that BFA stuff is going away. I'm not um I don't know if that should be like so big of a worry. Uh, I'm definitely on team tear down and rebuild. Ripped out my tentacle house that you visited back in April. I'm working on the rebuild for you to come to. Nice. I mean, that's what helps too. Like, I finished that, what did I call it again? Um Work in progress. I finished that build. I tore it down in a week. It didn't last for very long at all. I was very proud of it. I did a recording for it. Now it's up there forever. So I only advise, like, once you're done with the build, like, take lots of screenshots, or if you want to have like creators like me like do a visit of it, um just get on our case about it or whatever, so that way you can have it like sort of preserved, and then it's yours, you know and then it's yours. All right, so what's the plan for today? I plan on taking Wild Souls super chat and getting myself some lunch. So I'm going to get myself some delicious cold treats, like a smoothie, maybe some ice cream and all that stuff. Um, and then write up the weekly, which I don't even have a topic yet for. So I want to do a weekly, but well, we'll see. So maybe I'll talk about what I just talked about, or maybe I'll just or maybe I'll be really like cheap, right? And I'll just rip this whole spiel out from stream, and then that'll be my content. Ooh, that's lazy, but not so bad. For now, though, once again, big thanks to everyone who sent their birthday wishes and everything. Much appreciated. Y'all been great. Thanks for the mount as well. That was awesome. And of course, thanks to everyone who let me visit their place. I really appreciate that. It was a lot of fun. Uh, always have a good time with that. Next week is the patch, so we're gonna have a nice long stream. We'll have like Twitch drops. I think I have a giveaway. Yeah, I think I have a mount that I forgot to give away that I can, I think, maybe do a giveaway for still. I'll have to double check if it still works. Um, but for now, off I go. You folks have a great weekend, great rest of the day. I'll see you guys for the next thing. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy.